my screen. Go to my screen.
Hey man, stop talking. We are live right now, man.
No,
Let's
listen.
just, I don't know what's up with you bears
Listen.
these days. I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to be on a good diet and you keep on.
Dude,
Oh, we're
I'm-
live. Oh shoot, we're live.
Okay, we're live. That's great. Listen, man, I'm taking out loans. I'm taking profits, and I'm moving it all to Shiba Inu. 100%. I've seen the light.
Yo, what's been happening to you, man? Why are you into
Okay,
Shiba
no.
all of a sudden?
I'm very glad you brought this up. So, man, look, I was doing a lot of research, heavy research. Like, I was up late last night. I was up very late last night. I was doing a shit ton of research. I went down a rabbit hole, and then I went outside. I got kicked in the head by a horse, and now I'm very into Shiba Inu. So, I'm looking to go all in.
Wow. So guys, I guess that's that. Thank you guys for he's joking.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I really don't mean any offense, but please take that as a lighthearted thing. I'm kidding. I'm not really Doge. Or am I?
Cancel it.
If I get canceled, you get canceled.
Look, man, no one knows my face.
No one knows my face either. I'm just a chart.
Shit, that's
with
true.
lines.
Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. We've got 75 people here. Good evening, good morning, depending on whatever you are from or where you're living at. What are we saying, man? What are we saying? Bitcoin right now. We just want to make a quick update for you guys. With Bitcoin, we think Bitcoin right now is at a very critical level at the moment, and we're just gonna zoom in all the way down to the 30-minute, 5-minute, maybe 30-second chart, depending on how crazy we're feeling like. But I just think Bitcoin right now is in a make it or break it kind of scenario, man. So what are you saying? What are you thinking?
Yeah. Well, look, there's a lot of macro factors to consider with Bitcoin, but here in the short term, like we wanted to live stream specifically like right now because Bitcoin's doing something very, very interesting in the short term.
Right.
Which what it is, if looking here at the 5-minute, is we're forming this ascending channel. The 5-minute, you might be saying to yourself, "Oh, why are we looking at the 5-minute?" Well, look, Bitcoin's in a super precarious place. Thankfully, we made a higher low, which is good to see. We held support at the what is it? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Can I finish my thought here?
Hey, go ahead, man.
All right. So we found support in the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. So that's very good that held that support. Very good that we made that higher low. So the situation right now is like if we break down from this ascending channel, it's very dangerous because we may retest here. We may make that lower low. So again, with Bitcoin, what we want to see, we can get rejected all the live long day as long as we keep making these higher lows. So again, a bearish breakdown from this channel is dangerous because we're probably going to retest these levels. And if we make that new lower low, not what we want to see.
No, 100%, man. 100%. That's what I think and that's the thing, guys, because when you're seeing people getting liquidated 7.2 billion within maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes looking at those smaller charts will definitely give you a bit of an idea of when that just the time that drop. And right now, we had a bit of an uptick in terms of the price action. You can see how we're really trying to like overall, maybe on a macro scale. Maybe we'll just start here with the hourly chart. You can tell for the longest time here we're just being really rejected by 55 EMA. Pretty clear that movement. Recently we're trying to find that floor, obviously closer to the mid 30s region. Overall, the one I would say the most concerning thing was obviously we're looking at this after this massive drop. And then again we start going upwards. This is a rising wedge formation. After we're downtrending into this. If we get caught in a rising wedge formation, we're still looking for a break above it. We're looking at the 1 hour here, but if you're looking at the 5-minute, it really shows you where we actually broke back down, broke out of it. There was a clear support at these levels. As soon as we broke below it, we went back up to retest these regions again, and then we just continued to drop after. So looks like same thing over here, by the way, even if we're looking at lower time frames. I know some of you guys here trade a lot, so this is probably for you. You're looking at the 5-minute charts and lower. As soon as we're having this right after a downtrend, we're having a bit of an upward channel. As soon as we break below it, we continue to trend down. So now this is where Bitcoin is sitting at the moment. So we just want to let you know, just something so it doesn't really catch you off guard. Basically, the main level we're looking at right now is definitely 38,000. But man, I don't know. One thing on the 1 hour chart, if you look at your chart as well, just so you see if we're looking at the same thing, but we did form a lower low from the 35,800.
We did.
That was the concerning thing for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's mainly what it was concerning with Bitcoin, is that level did not hold properly. We're seeing a bit of a nice hammer candle right now, but man, look, we're going through these slower time frames. This is some sort of a bearish thing, so we need to see, just in case it doesn't really catch you off out of guard, basically.
Yeah. Well, could be bearish. So I got a few things here. So, okay, this purple line, 21 exponential moving average on the 3 hour. Let's zoom out real quick. 21 exponential moving average on the 3 hour, pretty closely acted as resistance all throughout our major breakdowns in price action. That is currently at $39,400. There is a shit ton of resistance for Bitcoin from about 39,000 to about 42,000. A shit ton of resistance. So I fully expect a pause nearing those levels, a rejection nearing those levels. Again, for me, the main takeaway is those macro higher lows. Like, you're right, we did make a lower low from the 19th, but or from later in the day, the 19th. But from the lowest point, we're still making that macro higher low. So that's what we want to see. We want to see that continue. Now, something that could potentially even be playing out here is some sort of an ascending triangle, because again, clusters, those giant zone of super strong resistance from 39,000 to 42. And again, based off these two wicks, we're kind of forming this trend line here. So, Bitcoin may be forming a bit of an ascending triangle here in the near future. And kind of, if we want to understand what the next major move is, again, we're forming this ascending channel. We fully need to wait to see what way we break out of this thing. But as long as we remain above 37,000, that's a good sign, because we have a cluster of volume right here at 37,000 to about 37,200. So if we're above that range, good sign. We're respecting this channel, we're holding it, we're pumping a bit here. That's good to see. So if we could start tackling some of these resistance levels, specifically the 21 exponential moving average on the 3 hour, which can act as resistance all throughout our downtrend, then that's a good sign that I'd be looking out for bullish continuation for Bitcoin.
Hey man, so just say it. Is it the end of the bull market? Should we sell everything?
Yeah, look, man. Someone said here we sound tired. Yeah, man. I was up all night panic selling. I think you were in France.
We're doing a lot of research. That's wise. Match likes the viewers, guys. 100% late in the dark. You're definitely shining it, man. Appreciate it. We are kind of tired. I mean, it's that at the end of the day, we do crypto all day, man. And it's from trading to just doing research, just talking about it. And it's definitely, this was just a quick update, something late. We're not really going, we're not going crazy in this live stream, but we just wanted to let you guys know, just show you what we're thinking of right now. We had a major, downtrend after we broke out of this support. We went back up to retest, and now we're here trying to find support in the mid 30s. So these levels should hold. We must hold this support. But again, another scenario that Brendan mentioned would be just the fact that this would be our next higher low on a macro scale. Obviously, I'm looking at the 5 minute, but if we're looking at something like this, and look, guys, if you watched our live stream today in the morning, we went really deep into on-chain metrics and why we think this is, most likely not the end of the bull run. We still think that crypto just started overall, although it seems crazy to us, right? To us that have been crypto for a while now and we've been really wanting things to go up. We just got the option that we've been asking for a while. And I think for the actual market, crypto just surfaced a lot. And all these new sellers just started coming in and piling up, just trying to make some gains, not really understanding what crypto is, and really got shattered. So now there's so many different reasons to why this whole downtrend is happening for a while. We've been in a bearish overall macro pattern as soon as we got to the 65. You see it here, rising wedge after, we're uptrending, buying power subsiding. We're slowly losing that steam as we go up. There's a lot of interest. We're really going up, but we really needed to reset the market, basically. Do we think bull market is over? I don't think so. I think right now we're at a position where there's a lot of different factors in the crypto market with all these different adoptions that, at one point, things are getting shaken around. You know, at one point maybe Bitcoin is not really controlling the market, and you're seeing all these other projects because fundamentally, we know DeFi, specifically DeFi, had a lot of light shining on in terms of development recently, and it just started. So fundamentally, these things are not really going anywhere. They're just getting better. It's just the price action with Bitcoin and supply and demand, and a bunch of Chinese FUD, man. They hit us with another one today.
Yeah, no, and we could bring that up, but look, there's so much FUD in the market, and whether it's a bull market or bear market, look, man, I don't know. I think things are kind of up in the air. I don't feel confident calling bull market or bear market. I think we need to see a bit more confirmation because look, this kind of rounded out top does not historically call tops. Although again, but also this kind of drop is very uncommon in bull markets. You know, if we look at kind of cycle indicators, or indicators tell us that we have room at the upside and that we probably didn't reach a top. Also, the same fundamentals that brought Bitcoin to $64,000 are the same fundamentals that exist when Bitcoin was at $30,000. Nothing has changed except some short-term FUD stories and Elon Musk tweeting. But again, the use case for Bitcoin and crypto has never been greater. The use case for DeFi, NFTs is just beginning. Crypto is here to stay. Crypto's the newest asset class. Like I was just saying, I was having a conversation even before this live stream with someone earlier. I was saying like, look, at some point, the stock market was a new thing. The stock market was created; it didn't exist forever. The commodity markets was a new thing. Trading forex was a new thing. Options were a new thing.
Facebook is banned in China, and still blew up. Instagram is banned, still blew up as well. You know, all these different regulations, man. It's just this. It doesn't mean that everything is dead still. All this FUD is something else. 100%, man.
Yeah. And look, what I'm trying to get at too is, regardless of all this FUD, regardless of the short-term price action, we got to keep in mind we're still so early in terms of adoption. Dude, there isn't even regulatory clarity. The first American crypto exchange just went public. Like the adoption for crypto is just beginning, folks. Let's understand what's happening here. Central banks are piloting CBDCs, whatever the
central bank digital currency,
essentially bank distributed, whatever. The Americans, the Chinese, they're coming out with their own stable coins. Really, like right. The use case for Bitcoin and crypto, Ethereum has only just started. We need to keep in mind we're still so goddamn early when it comes to use case. Crypto's a baby. We're so early in terms of the market. The use case is barely even there. The way I think about like crypto right now is the way like the internet was back in like the 90s when the internet first came out, right? When the internet first came out, there was a bunch of websites and there was internet, like there was the .com bubble, right? I think we're probably going to experience something like that, where look, there's over 10,000 cryptocurrencies. Do we have a need for over 10,000? Probably not, right? And so these corrections help wash out the weak projects, and there were a shit ton of weak projects, like Shiba. Oh, yeah. So again, I don't want to hate too much, but again, my point is, I think we should all keep in mind not just the technicals, because of course technicals are important to understand if you want to know what's going on with price action, but the fundamentals. We're still so early when it comes to adoption. We're very early.
100%, man. And in the light of all of that, our boy Michael Saylor, I think, is going to be the new Elon Musk when it came to Bitcoin. He's really trying to take over. Have you been seeing the back and forth they've been having on Twitter?
No.
And Elon calling him what? Something like Giga Chad, Michael Giga Chad. So yeah, it's just stupid, man. But well, guys,
he's having too much fun.
They are. Because look, man, the whole market reacts to them and they like it. But this is what I'm saying right now. Even overall, with the China news right now, and a bunch of people asked previously on the chats or in the live stream before today in the morning, because yesterday we had China banning crypto services, right? Any payments, and today they were saying, hey, we're cracking down on Bitcoin mining. So obviously that is also adding to this chart being so irrational the way it's breaking down, right? This is nothing that you can actually make sense of. This is a very unique chart, but then again, because fundamentals are playing a huge part, then again, we're saying today China announces plan to crack down on Bitcoin mining, which, look, man, could be a good thing. Why? We'll explain why, but this thing with the Bitcoin in China and China cracking down on those miners. Yeah, they're saying trying to, I don't know, whatever it is, 65% of the global Bitcoin hash rate comes from China. Yes, 100%. Very vague way of describing it, but they're just saying, hey, a bunch of stuff is coming for you. So keep an eye out. Then we'll just leave this maybe in the description for you to read. This is the actual thing that came out by the state, so it's translated, but we'll also put that in the description for you. But overall, this is what Michael Saylor had to say about it. And by the way, man, it's like, it actually looks like it's coordinated, man, because even when you're looking like today, this hashtag today with Bitcoin is saying, here's why Bitcoin is a danger to the environment by the Financial Times. Like, it's like everybody at the same time wanted to.
Totally coordinated.
Bitcoin consumes about half as much electricity as the UK. Why does it have such a high carbon footprint? Why do you think so? Right? Like, everybody knows why. Then today, Michael Saylor is replying back, I think, that this kind of like this hashtag continuing to rise, is just saying a crackdown on miners in China would radically reduce the carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining, increase the profitability of all remaining Bitcoin miners, reduce nagging China FUD, obviously, because if they're controlling 65% of the hash rate, overall, and all these miners being from located in China, anything that China says, we as a global crypto community will definitely, there's going to be a lot of fear in the market. It's going to affect the Bitcoin market and the crypto market in general. And again, Bitcoin starts supporting progress towards ESG goals and drive up the value of Bitcoin. So we should be so lucky. So that's the thing. We have very different ways of looking at this. And yeah, if miners in China suddenly can't mine, it's gonna attract the smaller guys. Bitcoin difficulty will probably continue to increase depending how it plays out. But I mean, it's gonna attract the lower guy, the smaller miner, and it's gonna maybe more renewable energy being used for Bitcoin mining, man. So many different ways you can look at this whole thing. That's what we're saying, guys. Be patient.
Yeah, and look, man, here's the thing. I'm all for green energy. Awesome, dope. But look. These news companies, they're focusing on this for a reason.
To go crazy, guys. Go ahead.
Look, like there's shit tons of shit out there that are wasteful. Like, why are we having a conversation about Bitcoin's wastefulness specifically when there's a plethora of options out there to criticize that wastes energy. The banking system wastes energy. The stock market wastes energy. The stock market's all run online on servers. It's all ethereal on the internet. That's not necessary. You can list a million things out there in the world that aren't necessary, that consume power, that you don't necessarily need. All you need is food in a tent, and you can live in the forest, right? There's endless things that society uses that is quote unquote unnecessary. Why are we seeing all this with Bitcoin now specifically? It's a coordinated effort. It's exactly what it is. And it's also not anything new. Ever since Bitcoin's inception, I don't know what Bitcoin was when it first came out, pennies, dollars, I don't know, but somewhere around there. These news stories have constantly existed all throughout Bitcoin's history. There was constant China FUD, regulation, delistings, hacks, this and that. This is not anything new. This has always happened to Bitcoin. What has Bitcoin consistently done over years? Gone from dollars to $64,000. So again, I think this goes to, where's the risk in this market? Well, first off, where you place your money, if you place your money in solid coins or not, but also your investment time horizons. Again, Bitcoin when it first came out, what was it, 2009, 2010, around that time, went from dollars, 64,000, went all-time high, 64,000, $65,000. Bitcoin has consistently over time made higher highs and higher lows over a long period of time. It's always had these FUD news stories. There's been hundreds probably of killer quote unquote news stories and regulations and FUDs and hacks.
Bro,
and
they banned it like 9 times already.
Yeah, Bitcoin's always been banned. It's been banned ever since it first came out, and look what it's done. Again, I think it's here to stay. I think this is a coordinated effort to shake people out. And yes, the price action is concerning, and who knows what's going to happen here in the short term. But over the long term, Bitcoin's gone from dollars to $65,000 all throughout, experiencing a flood of FUD news stories. So, I mean, whether the bear market starts now or recover tomorrow, Bitcoin, Ethereum are here to stay, and I think the good altcoins are here to stay. So again, my approach moving forward is anything I'm buying now, I'm fully willing to hold for the next, until 2024, 2025. And again, guys, I can't tell you guys what to do, and I could be wrong, but I sure shit am buying the dip.
Man, hey, this is your daily dose of hope, of bullishness, and such a red day.
I could be wrong.
No, look, man, anybody could be wrong. We just look at we look at the facts, and if you believe in something, you just go for it, man. But I'll tell you something, man. Recently, I've been getting into a bunch of rabbit holes with the cryptocurrency. What's it called? Conspiracies. And soon enough, maybe tomorrow or something, I got a couple stories. But man, there's so much shit out there, in terms of who made it and where's it's going, what's the coordinated effort for this to be at. And it's ever since, man, that's been the narrative with Bitcoin. Ever since it's been the narrative with banning it. And right now we're here. And I think, look, overall, I know me and you were not really big fans of Bitcoin. I think, the DeFi space definitely killed it. And it will be, killing it later on. I think we're at a level right now where we had, we're trying to have, we had that mainstream adoption, not fully yet, not the whole market, not the whole economy integration, but we're getting there in terms of, starting to slowly regulate. And today, if you guys were watching if we're watching the stream, you probably still have the news articles here, but the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, whatever his last name is, outlines the Federal Reserve response to technological advances during rapid change in the global payment landscape. They're gonna put out a piece of paper, a letter, sometime in the beginning of the summer, talking about their interest in having a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. He's in favor of the technology, but then again, he's also a cautious person. And I'm not sure if it was him or not, man, but I think at one point he was a professor in the university. I don't want to say anything that's wrong, but I
What's
remember.
his name?
Jerome Powell.
Jerome Powell.
Yeah, and I think he was given a cryptocurrency, like a blockchain course, and university when it was teaching. But then again, guys, very in favor of it, right? But he's just very blunt with it, saying, look, this is not here to replace the dollar. This is here to complement it, which I think is good. The dollar, obviously, there's a lot going on. We can get into the whole thing, but I think they're approaching it from a more friendly way, where it's like, hey, we realize the power behind this. We realize with technology, and we wanted to, we want to be a part of it. But just to let you know, this is not the annihilate the American dollar and blah blah. We want to use it in tandem with it and push it. So that's some good news out there, saying, look, they're not coming in and regulate and we're gonna kill this and blah blah. Maybe the SEC's taking that kind of approach, but it's been, there's something that's been coming. At one point, you're gonna have the government coming in, starting to regulate everything, which is good to have this actually continue and be a part of the market. Otherwise, what do you think is going to keep it the wild west of the? It doesn't work like that, man. But that's what I'm saying. It's just a lot of things happening at once right now.
Yeah, no, and look, if we want that 500,000 Bitcoin, if we want that $1 million Bitcoin, it's not going to happen unless there's a shit ton of regulation that comes in the space, and companies and the institutions and the legacy people can invest in the space just like it was the stock market. Because folks, again, for this space to mature, we need regulation, global regulation on what constitutes a security, what you can and cannot hold, how things are taxed, when things are taxed, how to hold things, what needs to be reported to the government. Again, these might be short-term FUD stories, but they're really not. These things need to happen for crypto to mature as an asset class. Again, I think we're in the beginning stages of the next asset class. Again, the stock market was a new thing. It was created. The Forex market was a new thing. Commodities market, the option market, all these major kind of instruments of speculation, they were all created eventually, and they were mainstream through regulation, where kind of everyone understood what the rules of the game were. Crypto still, the rules of the game are not clear in the Western world, and in North America, the United States, we don't even know what constitutes a security. So again, with this situation with XRP and the SEC, well, it sucks for XRP in the short term, and there's some delistings, but when that lawsuit gets settled, I think that's actually going to be one of the biggest bullish catalyst in crypto's history that people perhaps haven't even really taken in yet. Because whatever way that lawsuit with the SEC and XRP gets settled, there will be a clear definition of what constitutes a security, what kind of cryptos are securities, which will give the people who want to adopt crypto the clarity they need to do so. So I think whatever way that lawsuit gets settled, it's going to be a major move forward that will allow crypto to continue to be adopted in mainstream.
There we go. No, I agree, man. I'm looking here at the chats. We got Daniel D spreading some FUD, man.
What's he saying?
This is what he's saying. He's saying we got second channel again next week after. So mega ultra dump next Tuesday, May 25th. Mega master ultra dump next Tuesday. Then you got an ultra mega master.
Is this the guy that
the anonymous guy everyone's talking about, man? Daniel, is that you, man?
This is the guy who's coordinating the whole thing.
He is.
Daniel, hold the line.
Hold it, man. Give us some time, man. Give us some time. We're trying to buy the dip still.
I mean, again, I am buying the dip. Yo, dude, listen. Here's the thing, man. We weren't gonna live stream tonight, but we said we had to live stream because there was just so much to share with the state of the market in Bitcoin. There's 222 people watching. Correction, 227. Only 56 likes. Do you think that's, I don't know, man, maybe people don't want us to keep going, right? Like, because, again, the easiest way to support us is to smash that like button. So what do you think here, man? Should we keep going? I don't know. It doesn't seem a lot of people like the live stream.
We try to say it's like 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, but guys, that's the thing. Every time me and this guy were like, okay, let's just go live right now. Let's just keep it quick, 30-minute. It never happens. It will never happen, man. But if you guys want us to continue, if you have any questions, Larry Moore says bye. All right, Larry, we're going to shut it all down, cancel the whole channel for you. But yeah, man,
shut her down.
If you guys have any questions for us or anything, let us know. Let us know if there's anything you want us to take a look at, or if you want to say something. What do you got?
Yeah, no, 100%. So I did want to share with you guys some tangible things that I think will be extremely telling. Because look, right now, if you go on crypto YouTube, you'll see a lot of, I don't know, things, a lot of people talking about feelings and theoretical things. But look, I want to give you guys a few tangible things that if you keep in your back pocket, that if you look at, and once this happens, you will be able to time once Bitcoin is not only done correcting and ready to recover, but ready to explode. I want to let you guys know one of the biggest factors that I'm looking out for in terms of timing when Bitcoin is not just ready to recover, but ready to explode. So if we get to 100 likes, I'll share it with you guys. There's 243 people watching. We only have 94 likes. So if 6 people smash that like button, I'll share with you guys one of the biggest factors I'm looking out for not only understanding when, but timing specifically, to the day when Bitcoin is ready to explode.
So you're saying you got the secret. You're saying you got the secret.
Yeah, so again, no one factor is the end all be all, but what I'm about to share with you guys is such a significant factor. And again, hear me now, quote me later, because once this happens, you're going to hear everybody talking about it. Nobody's talking about it now. I haven't heard anyone talk about this specifically. And I'm going to be bragging, and you'll be able to brag too if you hear what I have to say right now. So
go ahead, man.
Without further ado, let me spit it out.
Go ahead, man.
Let me spit it out. All right, folks. It's pretty easy. Let's go here. Let's go to the daily. Look at the daily Bitcoin. All right. And if we kind of zoom out here, all right, just look at this cycle's parabolic price structure. All right, what are we seeing here? I want to clarify a few things. So right here, we're looking at a daily chart. This is a daily chart of Bitcoin. This is a daily chart of our indicators. I want to focus on the relative strength index here. Now, folks, this is extremely significant. So a lot of people are saying Bitcoin, Elon caused the crash, and I don't think he caused the crash. I think he was kind of the cherry on top that kind of added on top of all the FUD. But really, Bitcoin was looking weak for quite a long time, because if we examine this price structure, what do we see? Higher highs in price action, and each high in price action, each one of these peaks coincides with a peak in the daily RSI. But while we're seeing higher highs in price action, we were seeing lower highs in RSI. Classic textbook bearish divergence, especially when we're seeing this on such a large time frame. Like, folks, again, put all these news stories, China, Elon, all aside. Bitcoin was weak even before any of those news stories started to come out. We were seeing these, again, these higher highs in price action paired with lower highs in RSI on a higher time frame. That's substantial bearish divergence. And eventually, again, when we're seeing these lower highs in our side, it's telling us the upward momentum is running out of strength. The uptrend is weakening. And what were we seeing? Our peaks were getting small. We're kind of rounding out. It was looking weak. We broke below the 50 simple moving average on the daily, this white line. We held that. Every major correction this year or the cycle held that 50 simple moving average. Back in 2017, we held it as well. So as soon as we broke below that, as soon as we really started to fall on RSI, I mean, again, this was the cue that Bitcoin was looking weak. So, I mean, Bitcoin was looking weak before Elon even started tweeting. But just one thing to understand as well. So, as we can see, the RSI here, the daily RSI has clearly been respecting this trend line. We can, draw slight variations here in the RSI. But again, it's mostly telling us the exact same thing, which is this kind of range. There's a trend line that we can draw on the RSI that has been acting as severe resistance, driving price action down, driving strength, buying strength in the market down. Or at least this is what it's telling us, that strength is leaving the market. So, a few things here. We went from extremely overbought to now extremely oversold. So, what do we need to look out for here if we want to understand not just if, but exactly when Bitcoin is ready to recover? Well, I think we're just likely to move sideways within kind of this descending triangle or this trend line here on the daily RSI. Who knows, maybe go on to do something like this. We just move tighter and tighter within this range. And eventually, whenever it is that Bitcoin breaks out bullishly out of this trend line, that day, that half day, that hour, the Bitcoin breaks above this white trend line, that is when Bitcoin is ready to not just recover, but shoot up. That is one of the biggest factors that I'm looking out for when it comes into terms of timing, when Bitcoin is ready to break up bullishly and recover and start to make gains again, once we see bullish divergence from this daily RSI trend line. So do you have any thoughts there, man? I went on a bit of a rant. My bad.
No, I agree, man. I think it's the same thing. If you're looking back from the 2017 bull run as well, but not even besides that. Also, if we add the fact, just looking at buying momentum, selling, buying and selling momentum overall, which one's taken over? You can see here every time we had a major dip. So you can also couple the RSI with some MACD. Just input just to see where you're standing overall. And if you're looking every time we pumped heavy with Bitcoin, we go down, we go sideways for almost close to what here? We have almost probably like 20 days or something, 22 days. We downtrend until our RSI reaches somewhere in the bottom. We're oversold, we're overbought. And again, we start having the next day where Bitcoin starts to downtick in terms of MACD itself. You're start seeing that the buy power is all the way at the top here, and we just have a bit of a negative day on, let's say, January 8th or 9th, January 9th, coupled with the fact that we're oversold on the overbought on the RSI itself. Boom, we downtrend for almost 22 days. Again, as soon as we break above this, as soon as we have that break above, so something like this here, as soon as we start getting all the way to the oversold region, couple that with the MACD now on the opposite side, continue to uptick right after. So as soon as it goes from red to white, showing that, hey, we're having a bit less selling pressure today, we should be looking for a reversal sometime soon. Boom, we continue to go up. So we're just looking at previous data for Bitcoin, seeing same thing here. As soon as Bitcoin starts to have we have a downtrend. As soon as Bitcoin has a bit of a higher MACD, as soon as the MACD starts to pick up, boom, we have an uptrend again, coupled with the fact that we're on a lower overall RSI value. So right now we're looking here. Back in the day, Bitcoin was extremely oversold at the 40,000. That's what the RSI was telling us. And now right here we're saying that we're extremely overbought at the 40,000 region. And right now, after a long time here since the beginning of the year, we're actually oversold at 37,000. So it's kind of neutralized the way we're looking at the chart right now. Looks like uptrend right now is definitely, we're way below it. But I think the biggest thing we should be looking at is definitely the weekly chart as well. If we're looking at some sort of a macro trend, see what we're sitting at overall. If you're seeing here, this is the whole Bitcoin chart showing all the way to till 2017. You'll see here that Bitcoin started to go all the way down here and neutralize in terms of as soon as, so this is the 50 mark, so it's a neutral position in terms of strength. You'll see that a neutral value for Bitcoin and an organic value, an organic price was somewhere close to the 7,000, $8,000 region. Again, as soon as we start topping off, we went all the way back down here. As soon as we peaked and went back down, first time we touched that 50, the neutral zone was somewhere, again 7,000, 8,000. But in this run right now, we definitely went up and peaked a lot higher, and then we just just crossed that neutral zone in terms of Bitcoin's price, and it was actually somewhere above the 46,000. So right now it's telling you that in terms of strength, we're already in the neutral. It is showing overall though that on a weekly, on the weekly chart, we're seeing that the first downtrend we had for Bitcoin, the first bear market, our SI value was here. Next time, next peak, we try to peak not so high above, but then again, we had a higher RSI value, and this one could be, one where we actually have a bigger or a higher RSI value, where we continue to actually find this some support over on this side. So it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 6 weeks of just consistent sideways movement. We neutralized already in terms of strength, so it's not showing that we have any strength in terms of buy power, but we could be heading towards the sell power a bit. But are we going to have a bit of that uptrend as soon as we get here? Is definitely something that looks like within the next, I don't know, like 4 to 5 weeks maybe, till we see Bitcoin solidifying this price range between the 30 to the 40, maybe even if it just continues to go back down again. But this region overall is where we're going to play a bit until we start seeing that weekly RSI actually pick up, because as soon as we get to those slower values is when we start having that bull run back in again. And right now we're almost almost closer to the, what are we at right now, 44. So we could be going back down to the 37. Give us a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I think we should be looking at some sort of reversal as well. And that's just strictly technical.
Yeah, man. I fully agree with everything you said there. Hey, man, we have a $50 super chat from Ian Golly here. Thank you for the support. That's awesome. Thank you very much. He says, "Hey guys, been in crypto full time since this January now. Turned 10K into 1.5 million so far during this bull run. I just bought 100K of SNX at $16.33. I think it's pretty important for everyone to expect a massive DeFi pump coming soon." So first off, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Also, congratulations on turning 10K into 1.5 million. Again, folks, like, while crypto is insanely risky, and of course there's no way to verify if this person's telling the truth or not. I assume you are telling the truth, but again, people do that all the time. There's plenty of people. There are ways to turn 10K into, again, 1.5 million. People do that often. So again, while crypto is extremely risky and highly volatile and highly speculative, that is how people turn 10K into 1.5 million. There's a reason why we're all here talking about crypto and not the stock market, where you can make 10% in index fund over a year.
Man, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, crypto's where the opportunity lies. Of course, where the risk lies, but the opportunity. And look, man, I'll start to pull up a chart of SNX. I like SNX. I own SNX. Synthetics is the leader in the derivatives niche. Again, folks, I think crypto's here to stay. The legacy markets, they're going to bring in their billions and trillions of trading liquidity. And with synthetics being the leader in the niche, I bet you a bunch of that is probably going to go into synthetics. So very bullish on it long term. It's also holding up pretty goddamn well. We saw bullish divergence from our descending channel here, and due to the flash crash, we dumped. But where did we dump? We dumped to where our support was on our channel. So we're fully even after this crypto flash crash, respecting this channel, and we're in the middle of it, holding support above the fib level. Man, I like synthetics a lot. If you're looking for kind of like a safer play to diversify into, and again, when I say safe play, I don't mean to do it at its service, because I still think it has plenty of upside potential. But again, synthetics is the leader in the derivatives niche. Again, I like it. I own it. I'm staking it even on Celsius. For those who don't know, Celsius is a staking app where you can take out loans on your crypto, earn interest on your crypto. Depending on what tier you're in, you can earn, I believe it's between 13 and 15% APY on synthetics, just staking it there, no lockup periods, interest is paid out weekly, it's compounding. Look, man, crypto's here to stay. It's the place where your money is best treated. Where else could you earn 15% interest, yearly interest, compounding, no
Nowhere.
lockup periods in the legacy
Nowhere.
world on something that's likely to do several X's over the long term?
Oh yeah.
Again, if we're correct. So, yeah, man, do you have any thoughts there?
No, no, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. It's definitely one of those ones, like we always say the same thing, guys. It's just there's a couple, I would say like a handpick of those projects, those cryptocurrencies. SNX is definitely one of them, and yeah, that you can see that the market actually falls onto whenever Bitcoin is having a bad day. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of those continue downtrend, but as soon as you start having Bitcoin actually go to the bottom and start having a bit of a shaky day, you'll have definitely buyers actually just switching those spurs to either SNX, some other top cryptocurrencies, Solana, Matic as well. But yeah, man, there's definitely those ones that you don't have that they don't fully just rely on the price. They have some pretty good fundamentals that actually also add a cushion to that drop, and we're seeing it as well, with SNX and a bunch of other stuff, man. So no, I agree, man. Yeah, I know you brought up SNX ever since way back. What was it, like $3-4, I think, when you first brought it up when we were talking about it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
man,
like five
definitely did
five
well.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and so just in terms of kind of just the chart with synthetics here, the VP we are putting control is $17.40, 50 cents. So if we can get above that, very good to see, very good sign. And ultimately, if and when we can get above this red trend line and hold
Man,
above this thing,
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
yeah, dude, this looks like the mother of all bull flags. Mother of all bull flags. I think synthetics is undervalued. Again, leader in the niche. That niche is likely to get billions of trillions of liquidity in it within the next couple of years. So again, if we break out bullishly, minimum or price target is all-time highs. Bullish price target, I think we could see synthetics above $40. Again, that's everything's dependent on Bitcoin, right? Like if Bitcoin could if the bull market gets over and we enter a bear market, years of consolidation, if we just assume the worst case scenario, then synthetics is likely to be affected. But let's assume Bitcoin can hold it together. If we break out bullishly, again, all-time highs, and I think $40 after a bullish breakout and holding above this red trend line is very realistic in my opinion in the short to mid-term.
No, 100%, man. I can see that. I'm just looking at your chart right now. Yeah, pretty clear bull flag. If it actually breaks above that region, then we're definitely looking for a target all the way up top there. So no, pretty good. Ian, thank you, man. Thank you for the donation. Congratulations. 10K to 1.5 million. That's why he's just spending money like it's nothing, huh? $50.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
care.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, and congratulations. Hope you take some profits.
100%.
Or stake it on I'm sure this guy probably knows what's up. But yeah, man, Anchor Protocol. Look, once it comes to take time to take profits later this year, I'm definitely going heavy into Anchor Protocol, earning between 18 and 20% APY on stablecoins. So it's definitely one option everyone should consider.
Amen.
Mm.
I see a couple comments as well here. Ian again came in with another $5. Thank you. Then audio is at a crazy steal discount price right now. Also, seriously, people do not want to miss out on this dip. Brendan's
Oh,
been telling you guys about
I bought the
audios.
dip.
100%.
I bought the
I know
dip.
you
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
I know
I
you
bought the
added a
dip.
bunch,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. No, no, I bought the dip on Audius. We're holding for a support on the 786 Fibonacci retracement. Again, while the price structure does look weak, macro lower highs and macro lower lows, price structure does look weak. Bitcoin is very precarious. This price structure is not screaming confidence. If I didn't like the fundamentals or even know what the fundamentals were, I would say this is weak. I'm not interested in this. But thankfully, I do know the fundamentals. I very much believe in this thing long term. We are sitting right up against support, right up against this volume. We're sitting support right on top of the sideways price action. So again, guys, while the market is super precarious, I am buying the dip on Audius right now,
Damn.
just to share with you guys
What's
how
the
I feel
all-time
about
highs?
Audius.
What's the all-time highs we got today?
$5.
Damn. What is that,
Five
man?
dollars. And
$1.20. Damn. Yeah.
and again, let's assume the worst case scenario. Audius has already corrected 78% from all-time highs. Who gives a shit if it falls another 10, 20%? Who cares?
Sure.
Like the most of the correction is already out of the way.
That's true. Yeah, it's already way overextended to the bottom, so it could be an actually really safe play, and it's a lot of good fundamentals as well. I think definitely something to keep in mind here, guys.
Yeah, man.
100%.
Look, from all-time highs, it would be a over 300% move to the upside, and I fully expect if the bull market continues, and that's an if, it's up in the air, for it to reach its all-time highs and vastly surpass it. So very bullish on Audius long term.
100%. I see other chats here. I've been watching your channel for a few months now. One of my favorite channels. Never realized how small you guys actually are. Keep up the dank work. Amen. Carlos, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Words. We love doing this, to be honest. This doesn't even feel like it's work to us. We just roll it, talk about crypto every day, and we like sharing it with people. It actually started off as a joke, this whole thing. It's actually crazy how this... but yeah, man. Toblerone V... thank you for the €2 or £2, sorry, donation. He wants to take a look at Avi, man. So maybe if you want to pull it up on your, you have already pulled up. Look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that speed, guys.
Oh, I'm a professional. Now that I panic sold,
100%. One more, I guess here. We got Bid Moon. He's back. $5 donation. Thank you a lot. Dot, so Polkadot if Bitcoin breaks bullish, just asking. So yeah, man, maybe we'll take a look at Aave here if you have it pulled up.
Yeah, we can take a look at
Dot.
Perfect. Yeah, we can take a look at Dot and Aave. Ooh, I got something to say about Dot for sure. So I have it pulled up on my chart here, so maybe I can.
Yeah, I'm looking at your chart as well.
So look, again, the chart looks weak for Aave. So, okay, folks, I love technical analysis because technical analysis tells a story here, all right? What was Aave doing for months here? Nothing but sideways price action, consolidation, and correction from previous all-time highs from back in February. So it was boring everyone to death. No one was into Aave, talking about Aave, because it was just doing nothing but correcting and moving sideways. But what have we seen recently? We were seeing bullish divergence. We're seeing, instead of lower highs, we're seeing higher highs. We're seeing higher lows. We were in this ascending channel, but due to the crypto flash crash, we're now below this, descending channel, which is bearish. We broke down bearishly, but thankfully we're holding support above the VPVR point of control. So I think the last stand for Aave is that VPVR. So if we can continue to hold above $360, very, very good sign. If we start to break below that, get rejected off 360, that's weak. The price action tells me in that case, if we can't hold 360, we can probably see more moves to the downside. But look, regardless of where the big Aave continues to correct in the short term, super solid fundamentals. Aave is 100% here to stay, in my subjective opinion. Of course, I could be wrong. If it corrects further, hey, great, buy the dip.
No, 100%, man.
That's my opinion.
It looks pretty. I think Aave really paints the picture of that. It has a pretty excited kind of buyers. As soon as you actually reach some sort of support right away, any kind of dip to the bottom is easily bought up. And obviously recently with whatever's happening with Bitcoin, so it's still actually still continuing to make those higher lows as time goes by. With whatever's going on with Bitcoin, it's still finding that support $200 or $300 region. But then again, every time we go down, you're seeing still those swings to the bottom. So right now, I mean, overall, we can tell that this was the level where profit taking would be, taking place, exactly where the support is at the bottom. And at the breakout itself, this thing was supposed to, it went straight to it. So it's $663. And right now it's out of support again. So we know what Aave is capable of. We know where it can go. And man, it's just Bitcoin is just, like you always say the same thing. It's just putting all these dampers on those altcoins. And they're not really moving as well. But you can tell here, any good sign with Aave shooting up right away. So, this thing, you might, if Bitcoin has a bit of a better day, where's it sitting at right now? We really just fully just stopped looking at it. Maybe
378.
Yeah, so it looks like it's still holding, but obviously as soon as Bitcoin starts to have a bit of a good day, you can tell Aave is also one of those coins that it's market's favorite, and you can see what this thing is capable of. So yeah, man, right now $380. You know exactly we can get to the 700 like it's nothing, but overall everybody's hyped about Aave, obviously, and I still think it's at a good price right now. So
yeah, I think so. And look, man, again, examine this price structure. Aave looks strong. We were seeing a bullish trend reversal after months of sideways correction and consolidation. Aave was strong. We were above the previous all-time highs, holding it as support. And so, Aave was looking ready to take off, blow up. The sleeping giant waking up. It wasn't this like kind of almost black swan event, the flash crash that caused this price action. So I think what's going on here with Aave is if we can hold above that VPVR, basically where we are right now, I think we're going to go back up, retest this channel line. If we break above that, great. If not, we're probably going to go back down to VPVR. If we break down, we're probably going to test this white trend line here based off these to these cluster of wicks here. So I think if we fall, probably 330 to about 350 is where Aave could fall to if we can't hold at 360 there. So yeah, that's what I'm looking out for with Aave.
No, 100%. Again, BidMoon, $5 donation from BidMoon. Thank you. I want to take a look at Polkadot. We have Polkadot open here, and again, also as well, Ian. Again, another $20. What's going on with you guys today, man? I don't know. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Saying I was a part of the private sale for Card Starter. We're going to get another token unlock next month. People should take advantage of the unlock to get in at least below 60 cents. It's held pretty strong at the dip. Damn.
60 cents. Wasn't cards like $60? I think he might have meant $60.
I think he's talking about the token. I was probably for cards. We're going to, I think he's just
Card
on the
Starter
platform itself, like with some sort of project on Card Starter. Unless he's talking about
No.
cards. If you're talking about cards,
No, he's talking about cards. Yeah, Card Starter. Yeah. No, he's talking about cards. No. I think he might have meant $60 because Card Starter right now is at $70. So if there is indeed a token unlock, it's probably going to drive the price down. Which again, likely to have a correction. So yeah, no, look.
I guess that's where the 10K there to 1.5 million, man. Got you, Ian.
Well, look, man, if this guy's getting in like, private sales for Card Starter, I mean, we need to hit this guy up, bro. Like, come on, get us.
Oh no, he said $60. He said $60. Okay,
$60. Yeah, $60. Yeah, no, look, man, cards. Oh man, cards. It's like another one that got away. I remember when cards was like $15, and I was like, oh, it's too high. It's pumped too much. I can't get in. And look what happened afterwards.
Oh,
so,
yeah. But let's take a quick look at Polkadot. So overall, right now, again, it looks like it's the same chart even as VECHAIN as well. It's moving exactly how Bitcoin is moving. But we're trying to find that support, at the daily, on the 200 EMA. You can see here the past couple of days, we actually tried to close above the $24, $25 region. And right now, I'm not going to lie, we're definitely struggling. But you can see how it's actually fully following how Bitcoin's movement is. That steep drop, and now Bitcoin's trying to get back to those higher levels. We see that as well with Polkadot. But then again, in terms of price action overall, even the 6 hours painting good picture. We're really struggling. We got a lot of wicks to the bottom. This is the area we're accumulating a lot. Somewhere, leading up to the $20 region. But overall, if we're just being honest, just with how Bitcoin is moving, is just affecting the market. A very good, very, very good price level, which we're at right now, is definitely the $24. And maybe if we're a bit, just giving another way to look at it, somewhere closer, like somewhere here, somewhere closer to $20 is where we do not want to find Polkadot fall back below, because as soon as we drop, we drop below the support that we typically see buyers come in. We just saw it just shoot down again. If you're looking at 4 hours, probably gonna paint it better. But as soon as we start dropping below this guy, boom, went back up to retest these higher levels, this previous low, and now we're sitting somewhere here, actually trying to survive, man. So we did peek through the $20 region. Just the fact that we pierced through it twice is definitely something that's a bit concerning. But overall, that's what we're looking at right now. And then again, the $18 as well, somewhere where we need to be careful of. But look, man, Bitcoin is definitely driving the market right now. We can do so much technical analysis on Polkadot. But if Bitcoin actually continues, because the question was, if Bitcoin actually breaks out bullishly, where is this thing actually targeted to? Overall, for Polkadot, we were actually talking about this. I just pulled this up from before. We just have it here for a while now. But you can see where the ceiling is. Somewhere closer, to the 40, all the way to the 45 region. These peak throughs, I don't really count them much. Just because, there's a lot of excitement. As soon as we just peak above certain levels, you see a lot of buyers over leverage coming in to jump in. So I try to just quiet this area down. I can see, a clear area here where Polkadot was actually sitting at. A lot of resistance. We don't spend a lot of time, but we're seeing that buyers were coming in more aggressively. And look, man, if Bitcoin, continues to go up and it just breaks bullishly out of the pattern we're looking at, definitely this level right here is going to be, our new resistance. But as soon as we break above this resistance, I think The main level we're looking at with Polkadot is still somewhere closer to the $60 region, and the reason why is because we just have a technical pattern over here, an ascending triangle, buyers coming in more aggressively, a straight resistance here where we see sellers coming in more typically, a zone, and we'll just take the height of that triangle and actually put it somewhere here, and it would definitely lead us back to the $60 region as a short term. So Bitcoin breaks bullishly, there will be resistance somewhere close to this region, the slower, this previous, this support line, $29, $30 region. But if that breaks out and Polkadot successfully gets back into this pattern, then I'm pretty sure the $60 region is there, where the market would be hoping for Polkadot.
Yes, yeah. So man, look, there's a few things with Polkadot, and if we're talking about Bitcoin here as well. So look, if Bitcoin decides to rip up, the altcoins probably aren't going to pump at the same time, but Bitcoin recovering is a good thing. We want a healthy Bitcoin because, as we all have seen over the last week here, Bitcoin leads the market. We've been saying, and I keep saying it every time I get the chance. While like I own 0 Bitcoin, I always follow Bitcoin because you got to know what Bitcoin's up to because it leads the market. So Bitcoin recovering and being healthy will allow the altcoins to remain healthy and recover over the long term. But in the short term, Bitcoin ripping up is typically places the dampers on the altcoins. It affects liquidity, it affects the pairings, it affects sentiment. So, that's, again, Bitcoin ripping up, good over the long term, dampers in the short term. Now with Polkadot, again, you're right, man. Again, like Bitcoin just fully leading this market. What I will add is whenever I'm looking to accumulate, first thing I do, draw Fibonacci retracement. If you believe in the fundamentals and we retrace into the golden pocket, 618, that's an automatic buy in my book. So I love Polkadot, great fundamentals. We're within the 618. So in my book, in my opinion, I would start to dollar cost average right now with the understanding that it's of course possible that we can continue to fall, more. So with that being said, we're also finding support on the 200 simple daily moving average. If that continues to hold, very good to see. Ultimately, I think we have a range of support from about $17.5 based off this volume and sideways price action to about, I'd say $21 where our 618 Fibonacci retracement is. So as long as we hold above that range, worst might be behind us.
Yeah.
And also, again, we cannot forget the fact that parachains are quickly approaching, folks. Let me just, again, I don't want to go too much rain here, but just to explain for those who don't know, I'll try my best to do it briefly. The way Polkadot works and why Polkadot's so interesting and kind of in a different league of its own is because if you want to be a Polkadot project, if you want to be interoperable, scalable, if you want to operate within the Polkadot ecosystem, you need one of two things, either parachain slot or parathread slot. Parathread is like you get less access to, you get less benefits, but you still get to be interoperable within the ecosystem. Getting a parachain slot gives you full access to all the interoperability and all the benefits of the Polkadot ecosystem, the security, scalability. And so the only way a project can get a parachain slot is by staking and locking up a lot of Polkadot in 6-month increments up to 2 years. Okay. And those parachain auctions are rumored to begin in the near future here, probably within a quarter. So very soon, within the next few months, there's going to be a lot of sudden demand for Polkadot, and a bunch of supply is going to be suddenly taken out of circulation and locked up for potentially years. So can anyone potentially guess what could happen to price action when demand all of a sudden suddenly spikes and supply all of a sudden drops? Can anyone kind of guess what could happen to price action? Again, I'm not an economist, but price could go up.
Straight
right?
to the moon.
Yeah, man. No, 100%. So, yeah, man, that's my thoughts with Polkadot. I like it.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, man. No, I agree. That's your Polkadot scoop. What else you got about Polkadot? Anything interesting?
Well, I just like Kusama more because Kusama is a lower cap, lower supply version of Polkadot. So I actually don't own any Polkadot because I own Kusama instead. Because again, Kusama is just a canary chain of Polkadot. It's a fork of Polkadot. It does the same thing except it's a bit different. Kusama is like where all the improvements go, like all the improvements to the blockchain go to first, kind of like the untested stuff. And projects can choose to get parachains through Kusama. It's a bit cheaper. So I just like the tokenomics of Kusama better. It's the same thing as Polkadot, except lower supply, in lower market cap, thus potentially higher return on investment potential. So if you like
100%.
Polkadot, you should love Kusama.
100%. A lot of things coming up too, and this guy, I can guarantee this guy is the biggest Kusama fanboy, guys. So just be careful. He's gonna sell you on it 100%. I listen to him a couple times a day. I'm already sold on a bunch of stuff, but no, 100%, man, 100%. Thank you for bringing it up. Always bringing things up every single day for you guys. So if you like the stream so far, man, just give us a quick like. That will definitely help out with this.
Bro,
but yes, sir.
There's 465 people watching, only 157 likes.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Do people want us to like end the live stream and we not keep going?
Are we that ugly? Are we that lame? We're probably lame, bro. We're lame as hell, aren't we?
Folks, smash that like button.
Then again, man, we got a super chat again. Winnie Singh, thank you for the $5 donation. Hey, are we still positive about the Bitcoin flash crash to 20K? I just tuned into your channel. My bad if you already covered it. Yes, you're bad. You should have tuned in earlier, man. But you know what? Just for you, we're gonna talk about it for a bit. And look, man, I might have to leave a bit earlier. So if you wanna, be the captain of this whole stream, maybe I'll just if you want to let Winnie know whatever's going on. But overall, sure, Winnie, we just went over a couple things. Bitcoin, very, very, very critical spot right now. We explained the fact that Bitcoin is, on very smaller time frames, and it just let's see here. If we go to the 5 minute, we'll just show you properly. But we're stuck on this ascending triangle, which is right now after just overall would be a bit bearish. So we just didn't want anything to get you guys off guard. Any break below this pattern over here, it's been really steadily making moves to the upside. But again, every time we just continue to move up like this in a straight channel, we're gonna break either below, which is the most probable situation, and go to lower levels. If we break above, then it's extremely bullish for this thing. So right now, very unique chart, very, very, very dependent on a bunch of news has been coming out with China, with just the market in general, stock market, Nasdaq, mainly technology, tech sector is down. It's been going down, so it's just the whole market is basically in a very, very precarious state, I guess. So right now, this is what we're looking at with Bitcoin. If it just doesn't, don't let it catch you off guard if we drop. But if we drop, we want to make sure we maintain a higher low, and we just need to make sure that that higher low from here, the first low we had was the 30,000. Next low we had was the 33,000, and if we drop right now, we want to make sure that we actually don't get there and actually end up closing somewhere above this previous side to actually be a bit more hopeful in Bitcoin. But is it going to be a fast recovery? No. Is it going to take some time? Yes. A lot of things, a lot of coins right now are currently in the limbo, and it just probably takes a bit of time for it to for us to accumulate back again. But so keep that in mind. For whoever, if you're trying to get in the market right now, we're saying don't spend all your money at the moment. Make sure you dollar cost average, because there's a very high chance that this thing can still continue to move down. So we're very hopeful still. Fundamentals still the same. It's just the price action is looking pretty bad, and a bunch from our boys on the east side there doing some things with the miners and all that, which still could be a good thing. But yeah, man, and in a nutshell, that's what we said. I know you got a couple things to say still.
Well, no, I would just add this, which is, folks, Messon had a busy evening, but he made time to hop on this live stream. So, folks, if you want to do us that favor, the easiest way to support us, help us out, show us that you like what we do, like the videos, want to see more, is smash that like button, because there's 435 people watching and only 183 likes. That's telling us that the majority of you don't like this live stream and don't want us to keep going. So, again, folks, if you want us to keep going here, if you want Messon to take time out of his busy night to hop on a live stream, easiest way to show us that support is to smash that like button. So
yes,
yeah, man, look, no, if you gotta go, just let me know. I'll take over. It's fine.
Yeah, so no, I think that's pretty much it for me, man. So I know you got this. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't let this guy buy you into a bunch of projects. I know he's very convincing, so make sure you stay tuned. Again, thank you guys so much. Hey, man, text me. And don't burn this whole channel to just shambles out of nowhere, okay?
All right, man. Take her easy. I'll hit you up maybe later, and I'll start talking some shit about you. All right, man.
Perfect.
Take her easy. All right. So yeah, there's Messon. He took some time to hop on the live stream. So I'll keep going a bit longer here. If you guys
I'm still gonna be watching, so be careful.
Okay. You'll be watching. All right, man. No worries. No worries. Yeah. So no, well, I'll keep going here, answering some questions. So, a few things here. So, I forget Ian brought up Card Starter. So for those who don't know, Card Starter is a launch pad for the Cardano ecosystem. Again, folks, Cardano is another project here to stay, another project with insanely bullish catalysts ahead. And again, we're still so early in the crypto world. Parachain auctions for Polkadot haven't even started. Goguen and smart contracts for Cardano haven't even started. Ethereum 2.0 hasn't even rolled out. The Americans don't even know what is and isn't a security. We are still in early days for crypto. And Card Starter is a project that helps you get in early on the brand new Cardano projects, because Card Starter is a launch pad. So I got in this thing, I think, I forget where I sold out. Anyways, I sold out of cards to get into Occam Finance. I probably should have stayed in cards because it's done quite well. If Ian, again, shout out, thank you for this constant support, is correct about this token unlock quickly approaching, whenever there's a token unlock, there's usually a sell afterwards. And again, my personal opinion is whenever I'm looking to accumulate, I immediately drop Fibonacci retracement from macro bottom, macro top, usually excluding the first day. And whenever we fall into the 618, that's typically where I like to start dollar cost average. And again, the 618 lies perfectly with reactive price action. Look at this. Look at these peaks here, all reacting off the same area. I'll draw this so it's a bit clear. See, look at this. Look at this. These peaks, they all reacted off about, $42 to about $37. So, which is right smack in the middle of the 618, the golden pocket. So let's say we do get that token unlock. Let's say we start to fall below, $45, $35. Again, if you were so inclined, I would be looking to get in between $35 and $45 with Card Starter. So yeah, those are my thoughts with Card Starter. Let's see if was there another super chat that I missed. Oh, okay, Winnie Singh. So I did want to add something there, Winnie. So the question was, hey, are we still positive about the Bitcoin flash crash to 20K? I just turned into your channel. My bad. You already covered it. No worries. So what I would say is, I mean, look, I think what we need to look out for are a few things. Like, again, people are scared, they're speculating, they're talking about feelings. We don't need to talk about feelings. We don't need to speculate. There's tangible things we can look out for to understand whether we're going to correct further or not. Here in the short term, if we kind of look at the 5-minute, we're forming this, ascending channel. Why is this a big deal? Because if we break down from this ascending channel, we could retest where we previously found support around 34,000. 34,000, we have, we'll see if I remember this off by heart. The 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, I believe, yeah, it is this green line, the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, right at 34,000. So if we break down from here, we could fall here. And the danger about retesting this area is making a lower low. We do not want to make new lower lows. We can get rejected all the live long day as long as we do not make macro lower lows, because if we make macro lower lows, that's confirmation of the downtrend. If we look back at 2017, look back at price action, what did we see, after we started breaking down bearishly? Macro lower lows. Those macro lower lows serve as confirmation of the beginning of the bear market. So this is what we don't want to see. We don't want to see these macro lower lows. We want to see higher lows, higher lows. So the more lower lows we make, the more confirmation of the bearish trend, which is what we don't want to see. Now, is it possible to fall all the way to 21K? Of course, theoretically, as Bitcoin has proved to us over the last week, anything is possible. If we break down from that channel, we could retest 34,000. If we retest and break below 34,000, we could break down below this ascending triangle that we're potentially forming. If we break down below that, we're probably going to retest. We could go all the way to the 618. I would say probably if we break below 34, then 32,000, there's some volume there. But then we're probably going to retest this area, which I will now highlight. This area here, we're clearly forming a base right about here. So 34,000 breaks, we're falling 32, 30,000 breaks, we're falling 30 and perhaps 29. If that doesn't hold, then we're going to fall to the 618 Fibonacci retracement at $26,000. If that doesn't hold, then 20,000 is extremely realistic. Now, one bearish scenario that could potentially be bullish is we may just fall back down and retest the previous cycle's all-time highs. Because while falling down at 20,000 would be extremely bearish, and at that point, I would say, hey, most of the evidence is pointing towards us likelier than not being in the bear market. if as long as we hold above those previous all-time highs, this could have just been the the retest of the century. Where look, folks, oftentimes whenever we form patterns, channels, triangles, wedges, whatever it is, people come up with fancy names for patterns. What we often do is we break up bullishly, impulse up, then we fall back down and retest the breakout point. Well, the previous cycle's all-time highs was that previous resistance that we broke above. So again, it's theoretically possible that we could fall to the kind of 20,000, 19,000 and hold there as support. Again, that would be the shakeout of all shakeouts. If we fall to 20,000, it's looking like confirmation of, the bull market being over. But thankfully, that hasn't happened yet, and I don't think it's likely. Although, of course, Bitcoin has just proved to us that it's it can do it does what it wants. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin here. Let's see if you guys have any questions. What are you guys saying right now? So, Karaoke Universe says BTC will go up to a little above 40K, and then next dump will start. It will take a year, and I guess until we will hit new lows. Nobody is looking at monthly RSI. Nobody's looking at monthly RSI. That's untrue. I'll take a look at the monthly RSI. What are we saying here on the monthly? I bet you it looks bearish. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's bearish. It's bad. Yeah, man. Look, the weekly's bad. The daily's bad. The technicals for Bitcoin are screaming bearish. The fundamentals for Bitcoin are screaming bullish. It's just the technicals, the short term. And again, looking at this monthly, I mean, I don't know, man. This nothing crazy interesting is screaming at me except this, which is potential support. So, could the monthly continue to fall back down to maybe 57? Find support there, go for a leg up. I think so. So Infinity14U says with the $4 super chat, Canadian dollar super chat suspiciously says, yo, guess who this is? Ye dog. Yeah, I have no inkling on who that could possibly be. I have no idea, but thank you for the support for the $4 Canadian dollar super chat. Thanks, man. Or person. I don't want to assume your gender. Anyways, moving on here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Because again, we're supposed to make a short live stream, but there's 480 people here in the market's very precarious. So let's try and answer some questions. So Nikki Sao says, if we go back, what area do you think BTC will hit? Oh, I just told you. I think the major levels we need to look out for is $34,000, the $30,000, and then $26,000. Those are the three most relevant support levels below us in the immediate short term for Bitcoin. And I think the key thing, at least that I'm looking out for, is not making a new low below $30,000 again. If we break below $30,000 again, oof, not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. Because look, when was the last time Bitcoin had a substantial flash crash, substantial sell-off, substantial correction where everyone, got flushed out, everyone was panic selling, it was doom and gloom, it was the end, the sky's falling, it's time to panic sell your mortgage, move to Cuba, that kind of thing. It was back in March 2020, back when the disease first hit, right? We had kind of a 63% correction. But what did we see afterwards? We saw higher lows. Again, we can get rejected all the live long day. But what I want to see is higher lows. If we start making new lows, it's not good to see. So as long as Bitcoin holds above $30,000, we can get rejected all we want. We could correct all we want. I just don't want to see that new lower low, because if we do see a new macro lower low below 30, below 29,000, that would serve as confirmation of the bearish trend. And at that point, folks, I'm looking for reasons to be bullish, to be honest. I believe in space long term. The fundamentals long term are great. The technicals in the chart in the short term looks horrible, looks super weak, super bearish. And if we make that new lower low again below 30,000, that would be confirmation of the bearish trend. So Bitcoin remaining above 30,000 is very, very key. So that's what I'm looking out for. Shaba Vinny says, panic dump, what makes it keep going down? Lots of stuff makes it go down. Below 26 means buying opportunity. Yeah, man, look, here's the thing. Again, it all comes down to your investment time horizons. I think one of the greatest risk factors when it comes to investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is your investment time horizons. If you have to sell in a month to make rent money, that's extremely risky because you don't know what the market's gonna be like over a month. But we understand that over the long term, Bitcoin's done nothing but go up, make macro higher highs and higher lows over the long term. Bitcoin's gone from dollars to $65,000, all throughout having constant FUD and every negative news story in the world thrown at it. So I think, if you're willing to hold for long term, your risk is a lot lesser. And at this point, the approach I'm taking to the market is anything I'm buying now, anything I'm holding now, I'm fully willing to hold for the next 4 years, 4 to 5 years. So that's the approach I'm taking with the market. And again, guys, like, we're such early days in this market. Crypto is so immature. I just look, when it comes to these, speculative coins, those are highly risky. Who knows if Shiba or some of these other altcoins will be here 5 years from now? But Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, Polkadot, the solid altcoins, the good fundamentals, Alrun, Solana, Binance, they're likely to be here 5 years from now. They're likely to be 10 years from now. So again, your time horizons really affect your risk when it comes to investing in crypto. So let's see, what else are you guys saying? So Crypto Journeyman says sell it and buy Hex and stake it. Yeah, we haven't talked about Hex much. We haven't gotten a lot of Hex questions. It's nice to see a Hexagon here. Look, man, Hex is obviously a controversial project. Now, I haven't gotten like super deep down the rabbit hole with Hex, but look, I've seen a few of what's his name? The guy who made Hex. What's his name? I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, I watch his channel sometimes. He's an interesting guy. Again, I'm not super deep down the rabbit hole with like the nuances with Hex. I know a lot of people have a lot of strong opinions with Hex. A lot of people don't seem to like Hex. There seems to be a lot of FUD behind Hex, but Hex is, historically done pretty well. Although again, I hate buying pumps. Hex is a coin that rewards you for your time. So people lock up and stake their Hex for certain time periods, and the longer you stake your Hex, the more interest you get paid. Richard Hart, yeah, Richard Hart, that's the guy. Yeah, no, look, Richard Hart, whether you like him or hate him, so again, a lot of people don't like that guy. Like, he's a very controversial guy. He's rude. So whether you like him or hate him, he's an interesting guy. He kind of knows his coin, knows his ecosystem. I've seen a couple of his videos, some of his live streams. He's a very interesting guy. He's someone I would like to talk to and learn from one day. Again, I don't have any strong opinions about Hex. Maybe it is rather dubious. Maybe it's not. He's doing some very, very interesting stuff right now. He's creating a fork of Ethereum called Pulse Chain, where he's trying to, I don't know what he's doing. That guy's doing a lot. I can't keep up with everything, but no, a lot of interesting stuff going on with Hex. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. A lot of people seem to have he's honest and straightforward, no bull. Yeah, no, I agree. And look, he's interesting to listen to. He obviously knows a lot. And again, I'm not super deep down the Hex rabbit hole, so I can't comment a whole lot. But yeah, that's what I have to say. So a lot of people are asking about VECHAIN. So let's take a look at VECHAIN. Oof, VECHAIN is another one. Folks, look at this. 81% down. 81% down. I mean, okay, let's assume the worst case scenario. We're in a bull market. Okay, wrap it up, boys. Come back 2024, 2025. All right, well, like, we've already corrected 81%. What's the worst case? We correct another 10% more, another 20%. Like, the massive sell-off already happened. Did someone say VECHAIN is dead? VECHAIN is the real deal. No, I love VECHAIN. I love VECHAIN. The only issue with VECHAIN is the government, like, potentially coming in. That's like the biggest unknown with VECHAIN, is the Chinese government. Like, oof, is the Chinese government ever going to like mess around with VECHAIN? Look, who knows? Who knows what the Chinese government's up to? And again, like, we're still such early days. I don't think it makes any sense to be shaken out. I'm not a financial advisor. But look, countries are coming out with their own digital currencies. Adoption is just starting. The Americans don't even know what a security is yet. We're so early in this market. It's still such an immature market. And I think, again, crypto is the next stock market. It's the next Forex market. It's the next options market. It's the next commodities market. There's all these, trading instruments and speculative, vehicles out there for making money. Crypto is the next one out there. It's here to stay, and we're early. So again, if you're holding solid coins, I mean, worst case, we dump what? Another 10%, 20%, 30%. We've already had a 50% correction. Like, even if we enter a bear market, shit corrects what? 80 to 90% in a bear market, worst case scenario with a lot of the altcoins. Well, we've already corrected 50, 60%, 80% on VECHAIN. How much lower could we go? I mean, right? So again, folks, I'm not a financial advisor, right? Like, you got to know and you got to be confident what you're doing yourself and have confidence in your own understanding of what you're in and your investment horizons and all that good stuff. But again, the approach I take whenever looking to dollar cost average or anything, I immediately draw a Fibonacci retracement, macro bottom, macro top. Whenever we're within the 618, the golden pocket, the golden pocket is this 62% correction, 0.618 correction from all-time highs. So if we measure all-time highs to our fib of our fib level, we can see that's a 62% correction. So that's what that is. In the 618 is where I like to buy in. That's where I like the dollar cost average. I mean, we fell all the way down to the 786. So, and we held that as support. I mean, again, man, like, people, the market is super precarious. Bitcoin is fully leading the market right now. The markets, these altcoins are fully dependent on what Bitcoin does. With that being said, I love VECHAIN. I have a decent bag of VECHAIN myself. I plan on holding. I definitely do not plan on selling. If anything, folks, like, is anyone trying to buy a kidney? Because I want to sell one of mine to buy the dip. I've been buying the dip. Again, I could be wrong. The market, we could be in the beginning stages of the bear market. I could be wrong, but I do believe in the space. So I am currently buying the dip in VECHAIN right now. Stupidly undervalued. Like everyone was FOMOing into VECHAIN at 20 cents, 24 cents. VECHAIN at 10 cents isn't a buy. If you're willing to buy VECHAIN at 22 cents, 26 cents, and what you don't want to touch it at 10 cents, again, folks, I mean, I don't want to just see that and cause like FOMO, because it's totally possible that Bitcoin could correct further and drive the rest of the market down further. The correction may not be done. The safest thing to do would be wait on the sidelines, wait a couple days, wait a couple weeks, see what Bitcoin does, dollar cost average. If you have $1,000 to invest, don't buy everything all at once. Buy $1,000 now, wait, see if it dips more, and buy another $1,000. If it falls more, great, buy another $1,000. Dollar cost average, don't all at once, right? So never FOMO, never buy anything all at once. The market is very precarious right now. Wait on the sidelines, see what Bitcoin's doing. And if you wanted to play it like ultra safe, what I would be doing is, again, following that daily RSI with Bitcoin. Once we see bullish divergence from the daily RSI here, that is when I'll start to be confident about the state of the market. This red trend line here on the RSI, once we see bullish divergence above this red trend line, that is our cue. The Bitcoin is not only ready to recover, but ready to shoot up again. So if you wanted to play it super safe, wait on the sidelines, wait days, wait weeks, however long it takes for Bitcoin to see bullish divergence above this red trend line on the RSI. That's our cue that the market is not just over dumping, but ready to shoot up again. So again, this isn't the end all be all, but I think it's going to be one very significant factor. And I'm letting you guys know now, days and weeks probably before it happens, because you're going to hear people talking about it when it happens. You're going to hear me bragging about it, and you're going to hear me bragging about timing when Bitcoin is ready to break out. And one of the biggest factors I'm looking out for is this RSI. So Crypto Journeyman says, LOL, please don't give me your advice. Why are you watching the channel? Again, I don't get financial advice. I just share my thoughts. So that's what's going on with that. Maybe you're talking about someone else, but here, let's see what you guys are saying here. So Vince Foldredra says there will be no bullish LOL. It's going to 10K. Well, look, anything's possible. I don't think we're going to go to 10K. Although let's measure how far let's say we did follow 10K. That would be an 84% correction. Well, in a bear market, 84% corrections have happened before. So let's say, worst case scenario, bull market's over, we're in a bear market, and we do what we have done historically. 80 to 90% corrections have happened historically in bear markets. And so, well, I do think that's extremely unlikely. Again, theoretically possible. So Infinity One for you with the $7 Canadian super chats says, good looking, thanks for all the info, show these guys some love, people, great channel. Wow, man, this anonymous person is really showing some love. I really appreciate this random stranger who I don't know who it is showing all the support. So holy shit, there's 670 people watching, folks. What are you doing not smashing that like button? 670 people watching. only 240 likes. That must mean you don't want me to keep going. Because look, I got some low cap gems. Like I'm saying, I'm buying the dip on a lot of stuff. So I can keep going here. I mean, we've been going for an hour and a half. I might decide to wrap up. So why don't we do this? There's 658 people watching as of now. If we get to 300 likes, I'll share with you guys one of the coins I'm buying the dip up, buying the dip on that I haven't yet mentioned on this live stream. If everyone watching this live stream smashes that like button, we can very, very easily get to over 300. So smash that like button. If we don't, maybe I should start to wrap up here. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't want me to keep going. Maybe we answered all the questions you guys had. I mean, I can start to wrap up again. I've been going for an hour and a half. Okay, we got to over 300 likes. All right, I'll share with you guys something I'm buying. So look, there's a lot of stuff I'm buying the dip on. Something that me and Messin have both been getting excited about recently is Crow, crypto.com. I like this thing a lot. And we're again right within the 618. In terms of how I go about investing, when is a good time to dollar cost average? You find a project you like that has good fundamentals, you immediately go and draw a Fibonacci retracement for the macro bottom and macro top that gives you some support / resistance levels that are likely to be relevant. And whenever we're within the 618, the golden pocket, that is where I like to start to dollar cost average. We're right within the golden pocket right now at 12 cents. I've been buying Crow at 12 cents. Again, folks, like, is anyone trying to buy kidney? Because I want to buy the dip. Crow is one I like a lot. We're down 54% from all-time highs. And again, let's assume the worst scenario. We're entering a bear market. Okay, then we drop another 40%. Okay, so be it. I'll hold for the next 4 years. Folks, again, with the market being super precarious right now, the approach I'm taking when it comes to investing is anything I'm buying right now, I'm willing to hold until 2024, 2025. So, I don't think this is the end of the bull market, but, Bitcoin's trying its best to convince us otherwise. Things are very highly risky right now. So, any money you have in right now, any projects you're in right now, the approach I'm taking is be prepared to hold that shit until 2024, 2025, when the next crypto bull run is likely to be. Again, crypto has historically moved in 4-year cycles based off Bitcoin halvings. So based off the next Bitcoin halving, the next bull market is likely to be around 2024, 2025. So that's how I'm going about my kind of long-term strategy right now. And again, corrected 56%. Okay, let's say, assume the worst, it corrects more, it corrects another 20%, 30%. Oh, okay, whatever. Then I'll just buy more. So that's my approach to crypto.com. Love this thing, believe in its fundamentals. Now, something to be aware with this price structure as well. You see how we're below these previous levels from back in September, back in August, back in the 2020 summer DeFi bull run. Crow had a token burn recently where they burned 70%, like the majority of their supply. And this was after this price action. So we're actually below the price action from before we had a massive token burn where they sold where they burned the majority of their supply. So very, very bullish on this thing long term. Folks, crypto.com, constant innovation, nothing but innovation from these guys. They're one of the biggest players that has an easy to use, intuitive design, great for onboarding newbies. They have fiat on ramps where you can bring in your fiat into crypto and take it out. They have tons of solutions. They started an NFT marketplace when NFTs got big. They're providing business solutions. Apparently, someone mentioned that they're going to try and create their own, Binance Smart Chain version. Very, very, very bullish on this thing long term. And again, exchanges are here to stay. This is definitely an exchange that definitely deserves all our attention. And folks, crypto is in the beginning stages. These exchanges are here to stay. And I think as crypto continues to mature, these good exchanges are going to continue to get adoption. And, crypto.com has a crypto.com credit card where you can spend crypto with your credit card. Tons of bullish use case crypto.com has. So I'm immensely bullish on this thing long term. We've corrected 54% from all-time highs. So it's a buy in my book. I like crypto.com. So there we go. So let's see what you guys are saying here. Where can you buy Crow? You can buy Crow on crypto.com. Crypto.com is the native cryptocurrency. Crow is the native cryptocurrency of crypto.com. So again, one thing for the newer people here, whenever you want to know where to buy something, you either go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, you look up the ticker or the name of the project you're interested in. So the ticker for crypto.com is Crow. I look up Crow here. I click on crypto.com. I scroll down and it tells me all the places in which their cryptocurrency is trading. So That's how you find that. So CoinMarketCap, basically the same thing as CoinGecko. That's what I'm looking out for here. So thoughts on shitcoin? Well, let's take a look at shitcoin. Wow, there is a shitcoin. I love it. I love it. 53% down. Yep, this looks weak. What's the market cap here with shitcoin? Don't even know. What's that supply? What is that? A trillion, 100 billion? Look, man, I'm not a financial advisor, not an economist, but would I invest in shitcoin? Probably not. Probably not. That's my answer. Probably not. The Weeb BXT says, please analyze Litecoin. I'll take a look at Litecoin. Also, here's the thing. If we can get to 400 likes, I'll share with you guys the next coin I'm buying the dip on. So look, there's 660 people watching, 346 likes. If everyone watching this video smash that like button, we could easily get to well over 400. So if we get to 400, I'll share with you guys the next cryptocurrency I am buying the dip on. So in the meanwhile, let's if we're trying to see, while we're waiting to see if we can get to 400, let's take a look here at Litecoin. So here's the thing. And again, guys, the reason why I say that is because whenever more people hit the like button, it helps with the channel and it helps with the YouTube algorithm. So the more likes the live streams get, the more likely YouTube is to share it to more people. So it's honestly the easiest way to help us out. If you like what we do, if you want to support the channel, smashing that like button is the easiest way because it'll improve our algorithm. So Litecoin. Look, man, Litecoin, I personally wouldn't own this thing. As a trade, whatever. As a trade, fundamentals don't really matter. But why would you own Litecoin when you could own Ethereum? Why would you earn the fake when you could own the real thing? Now, the only thing I would add to this is, okay, sure. Well, Litecoin is the derivative of what was I thinking? Hold on. Oh, I was thinking about. Hold on here. I was thinking about Ethereum Classic. My bad. I confused Ethereum Litecoin with Ethereum Classic. No. Okay, Litecoin. Yeah. Okay, no, let's talk about Litecoin. Litecoin, potentially interesting. So a few things here with Litecoin, which is we're forming this ascending, broadening, widening megaphone channel, right? We were within this thing here. Okay, we were fully respecting the boundaries of this pattern, of this channel, all right? And due to the crypto flash crash, we are now below this channel. We're below the VP of our point of control at $200. So what do we need to see here? We're clearly respecting the base of support at 150 bucks. So what I'm fully saying with Litecoin is this. I think I can break this down very simply. If we make a new lower low below 150, that's very, very bad. Given this price structure, yeah, we could correct a lot further. So holding above 150 and not making a new macro lower low is the key here. If we make a new lower low below 150, it really increases the likelihood that we could continue to correct a lot more. Now, what do we need to see to see bullish continuation? We need to get above this volume here at $200. So once we can flip $200 from resistance into support, then we can retest this trend line, this channel line here. And if we can retest this trend line and get above that, hold above that, then we can make potentially, we can entertain the idea of making new all-time highs and retest this red trend line. So summarize further, $200, then this trend line, and then this trend line. Making a new lower low is what we don't want to see. So that's what's going on with Litecoin. Now, we were 10 likes away from 400 likes. So I said, if we reach 400 likes, I'll share with you guys one of the other things I'm buying the dip on. It seems like we didn't quite reach 400 likes. So maybe you guys don't want me to keep going. Maybe you guys don't want me to share with you guys what I'm buying on this dip. We had been going on for an hour and 40 minutes here. So again, if you guys don't want me to keep going, I can wrap up here. We didn't get to those 400 likes. If we got to those 400 likes, I would keep going. And again, it's the easiest way to support the channel. The reason why I mention over and over again is not for fun. Is because the more likes we get, the better YouTube. It improves our algorithm. So it's kind of the best way to support the channel. We have 711 people liking. I think that's a live stream record for us. So, folks, thank you so much for being here. I hope I get the chance to share with you guys more critical information when it comes to technical analysis, what I'm buying the dip on. Okay, we got to 400 likes. Thank you very much for your support, folks. I really appreciate it. So I will share with you guys something else that I'm buying the dip on. So I did this begrudgingly. I bought the dip on this begrudgingly, but I'll share with you guys why I bought the dip on this. So look, here's the thing. I like you guys so much that I'm not even gonna just tell you what I bought the dip on. What I bought the dip on, I think itself has a good chance of continuing to do very well. But I also want to share with you guys massive staking opportunity with the coin I bought the dip on. So I'm double dipping with this. The coin itself could increase in value, and it also has super high interest on the staking opportunity that I'm going to share with you guys. So even more extra value. So without further ado, I'll stop, delaying here and just share with you guys. I bought BNB, Binance, for a few reasons. So a few things. Binance corrected a lot from all-time highs. People were FOMOing into Binance in the 600s, and now when it's at 300, nobody wants to buy it. We corrected 60% from all-time highs. Again, folks, let's assume the worst-case scenario. We can correct 80 to 90%. Oh, okay, big deal. We're already down 60%. What's another 20, 30%? So look, I bought Binance at, I think, around $300. I was letting our VIP Discord members know that I was buying Binance at around $300. So folks, if you want to support us, if you want to become a VIP Discord member and get access to our VIP Discord group where we talk about low cap gems, interesting setups, we talk to Discord members all the time. Click on the link down in the description through our Patreon. That's how you get access to our VIP Discord group. So if you want to support us, and again, if you want access to our group, click on the link down below with the Patreon as well. Just to kind of wrap up here on the Patreon, we're actually going to be making changes to our Patreon group in the near future. We're going to be, I don't want to share details until things are finalized, but the people who got in early to our VIP Discord group will benefit from being early. So folks, make sure you check that out before we bring in some changes and provide even more value to our members. There's a link down in the description, and I'm also posting the link in the comments as well. So folks, that's that. Anyways, I'm buying BNB for a few reasons. BNB, it's here to stay, folks. Binance is the largest exchange when it comes to crypto in the world. Bitcoin is here to stay. Bull market, bear market. Binance is likely to continue to do well. It's the largest exchange in the world. It's had a massive run up this year. We were first talking about Binance on this channel back when it was below $10. Could you imagine if you stumbled upon our channel and you smashed that like button and you hit that bell icon and been notified of new uploads? You could have gotten in on Binance back when it was $10, $20, $30. We were talking about Binance all the time, BNB all the time, back when it was $10, $20, $30. Look at it now. And so the reason why I like this so much is it's a solid project. I think it's likely to do well over the long term. Whether it corrects further in short term, I don't care. I'll just buy more if it dumps. But also, there's a lot of very interesting potential staking opportunities with Binance right now. Because look, things like 1inch, things like Curve, there's endless yield farming protocols and yield farming opportunities where you can become, or also being a liquidity provider. Folks, for those who don't know about being a liquidity provider, you can earn very high interest, but it's also very high fees for becoming a liquidity provider. So being a liquidity provider is very often closed off to most people, unless you're a whale that has tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to be a liquidity provider. It's most often closed off to people who don't have that kind of money because just the fees are so high. But with Binance and Binance Smart Chain, the fees are so much smaller. We're talking about pennies. We're talking about dollars for fees. So I'm actually looking forward to staking Binance or becoming a liquidity provider on 1inch through the Binance Smart Chain. Because if you're trying to be a liquidity provider through Ethereum, hundreds of dollars in gas fees, and insane gas fees. But through the Binance Smart Chain, we're talking about pennies. We're talking about dollars in fees. And so I'm looking to become a liquidity provider on 1inch with BNB or USDT or BNB in 1inch. They have crazy APYs, 47%, 87% on 1inch if you're becoming a liquidity provider. And I'm hopefully going to be doing it through through the Binance Smart Chain. So again, very, very low fee. So not only do I think Binance has a good chance over the long term of making new all-time highs, but I think Binance in the Binance Smart Chain will give me access to yield opportunities that weren't as available through the Ethereum ecosystem, just because the fees are so much cheaper on Binance Smart Chain. So I bought Binance Smart Chain on the dip. Also, I bought something else on the dip. And again, guys, we've been going for an hour, 45 minutes here. Again, we were planning on making this just an hour. So if you want me to keep going, if you want me to share with you the one of the other projects I bought the dip on, smash that like button. 753 people watching, 444 likes. If we get to 500 likes, I'll share it with you guys the next project I bought the dip on. Because again, while the bull market's kind of up in the air, things are very precarious, things are very risky right now. I'm personally buying the dip. So folks, smash that like button. If we can get to 500 likes, which is 47 likes away, even less now, then I'll let you guys know the next thing I'm buying the dip on. So let me see if there's anything else worth mentioning here with BNB. So just the one thing I would add is, again, we don't want to see that new lower low, and the market's totally dependent on Bitcoin right now. We're above this volume here, VP VR point of control. So if we start to break down from 270, oof, not a good sign. If we make new lower lows, oof, not a good sign. So the last kind of saving grace for BNB here is 250. As long as we hold 250 to 270, we can get rejected and make lower highs till the live long day. I just don't want to see lower lows, because if we see lower lows, that will be confirmation of the bear trend, and that's what we don't want to see. Because if we start seeing new macro lower lows with these projects, oof, it makes it so much more likely that we'll see that bearish continuation. So as long as we hold above 270, 250, Binance is buying my book whenever we're within the golden pocket at 618. That's where I like to buy. So here's the thing, folks, 788 people watching. We didn't quite just get to 500 likes here. I don't know if you guys want me to keep going. Maybe I can end the live stream early and just share with our VIP Discord members what I bought the dip on. If you do want me to keep going, and if you do want me to keep answering your questions and share what I am buying the dip on, sharing some potentially high probability setups, then smash that like button. If we get to 500, I'll share it with you guys. If not here, might start to wrap up. We have been going on for quite a while here. So while we see if we can get over 500, Karaoke Universe says, aMillionortheMoon, could you please have a look at the monthly RSI for Binance? We can take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at the monthly RSI for Binance. So monthly, we took a look at it with Bitcoin, and again, it just told the same story as the weekly and the daily did. It looks bad, looks bearish. What I will add here is the RSI. Okay, yeah, no, let's look up the RSI specifically for BNB. That's what we want to look up for. So yeah, no, this is the RSI for the monthly RSI for Bitcoin. I mean, this looks bearish. This looks bad. What I would add with Bitcoin, the monthly RSI, if that's what you were referring to, is we could potentially find support on this trend line right around 60 to 55 on the RSI on the monthly. So that's something we could look out for. Now, when it comes to BNB, let's take a look at the BNB RSI, USDT, BNB. Yeah, this looks bad. Nothing I couldn't have told you. This looks bearish, bad, no bueno. Market looks bad. Folks, again, the technicals scream bearish. Technicals are screaming bearish. It's only the fundamentals that scream bullish. But look, you're looking here at the daily. Daily is looking interesting. RSI went from what? Very overbought to now oversold. Stochastic RSI on the daily, bullish crossover. MACD on the daily, we're starting to see histogram start to tick up. So again, we need like a lot more confirmation. We need to get above this previous peak. We need to get above 350. Once we get above 350 and hold 350, I could breathe a sigh of relief. And if you're looking for confirmation, playing a little bit more safe, wait to see if we can hold 350. If we can hold 350, we flip a major resistance level, we flip a major fib level from resistance into support, and that would serve as more confirmation that we could trend bullishly. So play it safe, 350. What we don't want to see is a lower low below 270, 250 for BNB. That's what's going on with that. All right, we got to over 500 likes. All right, guys, again, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for being here. The reason why I always bring it up like that is because, look, I want the channel to do well. There's no hiding it. We're always gonna be honest with you guys. You guys know I'm a bull, but if things get bearish, we see confirmation of the bearish trend, I'll let you guys. I'm always going to be honest with you guys. And again, smashing that like button helps out the channel. If you guys like what we do and you want to support us, smashing that like button is the easiest way to support us because it helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. So I'd say I told you guys if we get to 500, I'll share with you guys the next thing about the dip bond, and so I will. I'm looking to. I actually haven't yet, but I want to, and I actually might even do this right after this live stream, which is I want to buy the dip on Pancake Swap. I'll say I even had it pulled up already. Pancake Swap looks very, very interesting on multiple fronts. So for those who don't know, Pancake Swap is the largest exchange on the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. And looking here at DeFi Llama, what do we see here in terms of total value lock rankings? The protocols, what cryptocurrencies have the most value locked in the ecosystems? We see number one is Aave at 10 billion. What's number two? Pancake Swap has $9.83 billion of value locked in its ecosystem. It's ahead of MakerDAO. It's ahead of Polygon. It's ahead of Compound. It's ahead of Uniswap. Folks, Ethereum gas fees are a real issue. There's a reason why Ethereum 2.0 is fully needed. While I love Ethereum and I'm an Ethereum fanboy and I believe in it long term, it has issues. It's not scalable, and there's a big problem with long transaction times and gas fees. Folks, anyone who's traded Uniswap in the last month, those gas fees are insane. Gas fees got up to $200 recently. Could you imagine $200 per transaction? Like even Warren Buffett would be like, "Oof, that doesn't make sense." So, folks, because gas fees are an issue and are likely to continue to be an issue for months, years longer, things like PancakeSwap to have so much cheaper fees are going to continue to look attractive. And it's not just me theoretically speculating on this. We're seeing it. The market is crowning PancakeSwap a winner in the short term. Now, again, once Ethereum 2.0 is fully rolled out, gas fees are solved, maybe Uniswap takes over PancakeSwap and total value lock. But for now, liquidity is moving over to PancakeSwap. Value is moving to PancakeSwap. Users are moving to PancakeSwap. Volume is moving to PancakeSwap. The market is telling us PancakeSwap is where users are going. Gas fees will continue to be an issue for the foreseeable future. And so things like PancakeSwap are going to continue to look attractive. So because of that, because the market is showing us, the market's telling us, hey, everything, all the value, all the volume, all the liquidity, all the money is moving to PancakeSwap. It's screaming and telling us, hey, the market hates these gas fees. We need a solution. And PancakeSwap is currently one of the most widely used solutions that is constantly gaining more and more adoption and use case. And so given that PancakeSwap has fallen pretty much 78% from its all-time highs, let's measure it. Let's see exactly how much it's fallen. All right, 60% from its all-time highs. Okay, let's assume worst case scenario, we're in the bull market. We have years of correction consolidation ahead of us. Okay, so it falls another 20-30%. So what? It's already fallen 60. Then if it falls more, great. Just buy more. In my opinion, not financial advice, nothing you guys will do. I'm just sharing my opinions and my thoughts and my approach and what I'm doing. So look, PancakeSwap down 60% from all-time highs. Of course, the market's very precarious. If Bitcoin decides to tank, it's going to take the rest of the market with it. So it's fully possible that we could dump another 10, 20, 30%. But we've already dumped 60% from all-time highs. So again, I think after this live stream, I'm probably going to buy some PancakeSwap. Very bullish on this thing long term. Volume, liquidity, users are moving to PancakeSwap. Gas fees are going to continue to be an issue over long term, and a 60% retracement from all-time highs looks insanely attractive for a long-term bull in the crypto market. Again, people were FOMOing into this thing at $20, $30, $40, and what? Now you can't buy it at 17 while you're trying to FOMO in at 40. I mean, come on, folks. Like, not financial advice, but yeah, no, I like PancakeSwap. That's what I'm going to be buying the dip on. Oh my God, there's 813 people watching, folks. That is a record here. I'm trying to end this live stream here. We're supposed to go 1 hour. We're running up on 2 hours, but there's so many people here. I'm going to keep going for you guys. So you let me know. You guys want me to keep going? What do you guys want me to take a look at here? Let's read what some of you guys are saying here. So Crypto Journeyman says, Jesus, this guy is a chart wizard. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know about a chart wizard, but I've been doing this all day, every day for a long time now. So I love talking about this stuff. Also, if you guys want to know, because like I like you guys so much, so I constantly want to share value with you guys. I want to share with you guys a real chart wizard. I want to share with you guys who I learned technical analysis awesome off of. Because look, there's a lot of big crypto YouTubers out there, and sometimes when I hear them talk about charting and how they take trades, I kind of cringe. But with that being said, I'll share with you guys who I learned technical analysis off of. And if you want to learn technical analysis, I highly suggest and recommend you check out Filicone. Filicone is who I learned technical analysis off of. This guy really, really knows his shit. He's highly, highly technical, highly, highly competent when it comes to technical analysis. So if you want to learn who I learned technical analysis off of, check out Filicone. And while he does have a bunch of paid courses, paid groups, right here he has a bunch of playlists of totally free technical analysis where he teaches technical analysis. This is all completely free, so there's no need if you don't want to buy his courses. He has hours and hours and hours, tons of videos teaching free technical analysis and live trading. So again, I love Filicone. He's very, very confident, super solid chartist. So again, with a lot of people out there, big YouTubers I see that taking trades with like not a lot of justification, in my opinion. It's very, very cringy. But if you really want to know super solid TA, check out Filicone on YouTube and tell him I sent you. Tell him aMillionortheMoon sent you. We like that guy, so show him some love. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Greg Millick says, watch BTC Sunday or Monday. It will start going up again. And yeah, folks, again, look, even if we consider the worst case scenario, bull runs over, we're running a bear market. I mean, even in the beginning stages of a bear market, we don't just go down forever. We have relief rallies. We have pumps in the middle and making a lower high, and then we go back down. So again, whether it's today, tomorrow, a week, a month, I think a bit of a relief rally and making a lower high is probably in the picture for Bitcoin. So that's what I'm looking at for with that. So a lot of people seem to be seeing ADA. Do you guys want me to take a look at Cardano? I can take a look at Cardano. Yeah, so I'll take a look at ADA. ADA USD. ADA is holding up surprisingly well. Look at this. Look how well ADA, folks, the Cardano, you Cardano folks are like real troopers. Because look at this. This is actually beautiful what we're seeing here. Long consolidation pattern, ascending triangle, bullish breakout. We fell back down. Where are we finding the support? Above the previous peaks, above the previous price action. This is gorgeous. If we can remain, if we can hold the line, folks. If we hold the line right here, if we don't make newer lows, if we can remain above these peaks here, very, very good sign for Cardano. We want to remain above $1.50. $1.50 in these peaks here are the inflection point. If we start to break below these peaks I've highlighted, very, very bearish sign. That would increase the likelihood that we can continue to correct. But as long as we hold the line here, if we can hold $1.50, we don't go lower than it is now, the worst may be behind us. But again, Bitcoin's leading the market. So while this is very interesting, we're currently holding here, which is great to see. If Bitcoin decides to tank, it's going to take the rest of the market with it. So the market's highly dependent on Bitcoin right now. So also, just because I like you guys so much, I'm going to share with you guys an opportunity specifically with Cardano. So there's this wallet called the Exodus wallet. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with it, but Exodus is currently providing, I believe it's 4.21% interest on Cardano staking. So if you go here, I have it pulled up on the screen. So if you just look up Exodus here, you can download the wallet. They're offering 4.21% on Cardano currently interest for staking. So that's one of the highest interest rates I've seen for Cardano so far. So look, if you have a bunch of Cardano lying around and you're planning on holding it for a long time anyways, might as well earn some interest. So Exodus is a great option to earn some interest on your Cardano. So yeah, so Ha says 4% interest on an asset that drops 30% in a day. Nice. Yeah, well, look, folks, again, we're here in crypto because crypto is volatile. Okay, if we were interested in something steady, we would all be trading stocks. All right, there's a reason why we're all talking about crypto, not stocks. All right, stocks, go make 5-10% a year in some index fund with stocks. That's boring. Nobody wants that. You're not going to get rich that way. We all understand that crypto is the only asset class that has the opportunity, the potential to turn 10K into $1 million. Of course, with that, comes risk. There's no guarantee in this asset class, but what there is plenty of opportunity. And it's because crypto is so speculative and so volatile that there is so much opportunity here. Let's not kid ourselves. We love crypto for its volatility, for its speculative potential. That's why there's so much upside. If we were interested in something super safe, we'd all be buying gold or trading some index fund on the stock market, and we're making 5-10% a year. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. So let's see, what are you guys saying here? Daniel D says, make or break it. Time was yesterday. This is a free fall. I mean, yeah, it is concerning. Again, folks, like I keep saying, the technicals for Bitcoin are concerning. The fundamentals are great. Technicals scream bad. Again, also you hear a lot of people talking about all their feelings and their intuitions and news stories. No, I want to give you guys some tangible things that you can actually look out for to time when Bitcoin is ready to recover. The 200 simple moving average on the daily, the 200 exponential moving average on the daily, this yellow and blue line, yellow the simple moving average, blue the exponential moving average, both above us acting as resistance. We got rejected exactly off the 200 EMA on the daily. Two large, very significant macro indicators or trend levels that we need to get above if we want to see bullish continuation. So basically, once Bitcoin can hold 42K, that's when I'll breathe a sigh of relief. We need to get above these two EMAs. The longer Bitcoin stays below these two levels and continues to get rejected off these two levels, it's very, very bad. Like, we're finding rejection off these levels. That's not good. We need to get above these levels sooner rather than later. The longer we stay below these two moving averages, the more likely it is that we continue to correct. So if you're looking out for something, if you want to know when Bitcoin has any chance to recover, it's once we can get above and hold above these levels. Because again, like, we can peak above and immediately close below. I'm talking about getting like a daily candle fully closing above these levels, a few daily candles fully closing above these levels. That's the kind of thing we need to see to be confident that the Bitcoin correction is over. Until we get above those levels, Bitcoin's very, very concerning, very concerning. So that's what's going on with that. Also, guys, another thing too, someone mentioned before audio. So I was gonna say, smash the like button if we get 600. I'll share this with you, but I'll just share this with you guys right now. And again, if you guys smash that like button, I appreciate it because it helps out with the algorithm. But I'll share with you guys audio here. So we're doing a 1K to 10K challenge here on this channel. We're gonna be flipping and day trading. 1K, hopefully turning it into $10,000. Me and Messi, we both have $500, so we're essentially seeing who can kind of 10x $500 first. And so we're doing it through this exchange aggregator, which is the channel sponsor, Atani. So folks, if you guys want to follow along with us doing our 1K to 10K challenge, we're going to be updating you guys what we're buying, when we're buying, what, when, where, and why, and all the who's and what's on our live streams. And folks, we're using Atani because Atani is an exchange aggregator. So instead of us having to sign in to a bunch of different exchanges and having to transfer money in between different exchanges whenever we're trying to place trades, what you do is that you connect all your exchanges to Atani and that you trade through their dashboard. So again, folks, if you go to the website, I'll leave a link. There's a link down in the description. Go download Atani. It's down in the description below. If you go to the website here, they have super easy tutorials on how to connect your exchanges to Atani. It's super simple. They have this 2-minute video explaining how to do it. You essentially sign into your exchange, you copy a code, you copy your API key, you paste it into Atani, you copy and you paste it, and then your exchange is connected. And instead of having to sign into a bunch of different exchanges to do your trading, do it through all through one dashboard. Atani, they have order books, they have where you can track your portfolio, you can track your sell orders, and best part is it's free. It's free. They have a paid version, but it's also free. So folks, check out Atani. Go download Atani right now. The link is down in the description below. Also, once it comes time to do taxes, Atani has a free tax service where they'll print out a tax form. Folks, you usually have to pay hundreds of dollars for this kind of tax service. This is free with Atani. So again, taxes are a massive headache. No one wants to think about doing taxes. With Atani, you connect your exchanges, you click a button, it prints out a tax form for you, and all your issues are solved. So instead of spending hundreds of dollars and trying to figure out how to do all your taxes all through all these different exchanges, do it through Otani, folks. It's a no-brainer. Did I mention it? It's free. Check out Otani. Link is down in the description. These are all the exchanges they're connected with. Kraken, Coinbase, all the big exchanges. But I don't know if I saw Coinbase, but Qcoin, Binance, Kraken. There you go. That's all you need. That's top feed right there. Yeah, Coinbase right there. So make sure you check out Otani. That's what we're doing. That's what we're using for our challenge. And so the first project I bought for our 1K to 10K challenge was Audius here. So I like Audius a lot. I love the fundamentals. And so Audius was actually holding up pretty well until this crypto flash crash. So I'll tell you why, what I was looking out for with Audius and why I bought Audius. So what I was looking out for with Audius was the 100 exponential moving average on the daily here, this yellow line. So we can see here, from all-time highs at $5, we fell all the way back down to, where did we find our support? 100 exponential moving average on the daily. We had a bullish breakout from a descending triangle. We found rejection. We corrected. Where did we find our support? The 100 exponential moving average on the daily. So I got our VIP Discord members into, I was letting them know I was buying $1.55. So if you were, in our group, you would have bought the dip. I was letting our members know, I got it $1.70, $1.80. Again, if you're following our group, you could have bought the dip. But then again, of course, we had the flash crash, and shit's down now. But I bought the dip on Audius again at $1.20 personally myself. So currently for our 1K to 10K challenge, I bought Tani at $1.80. I'm holding that because I believe in this thing in Audius. Well, did I say it, Tani? I believe in Audius over the long term. It's Spotify on the blockchain. So again, something very interesting with this too is if we look at the market cap for Audius here, let's look up what the market cap is for Audius. So market cap, 215 million market cap. When Spotify first came out, Spotify had a market cap of 8 billion when it first came out. So look, no guarantee that Audius will be the next Spotify, but as a fighting chance, it's very undervalued. Crypto is very undervalued. Spotify right now has a market cap of 43 billion. I don't even have to pull it up. I can just tell you guys because I talked about this on the previous live stream as well. So look, guys, like again, nothing in this market is a guarantee, but this one has very, very solid fundamentals. It's undervalued in compared to its competitors. The niche, crypto as a whole, I do believe is very undervalued here. So anytime Audius here has a substantial dip, I'm personally buying the dip, because whether it's a month from now or 4 years from now, I think Audius will eventually retest all-time highs and vastly surpass it. So right now, again, if you guys want to follow us, our 1K to 10K challenge, go download Otani right now. There's a link down in the description and in the comments. Helps us out. They're the channel sponsor, and again, it'll make your life a whole lot more easier. So definitely check it out. That's what's going on with Audius here. Please don't. Dana Vega says, please don't buy Audius. Well, again, also, I'm not a financial advisor, man. Like, there's reasons to like things, there's reasons to dislike things. Ultimately, you need to understand why you're investing in something. I personally like something just because I like it, you have to. And the chart in the short term does look weak. We're seeing macro lower highs, seeing macro lower lows. It's weak. It's bad. It's not looking good. But again, I believe in the fundamentals and I'm willing to hold long term. So I don't mind holding through these dips. If it dips further, great. Just buy more. That's my opinion with Audius here. So let's see what people are saying. Audius, what crypto is he saying? This one right here. I've been talking about it for like 10 minutes. So what else are you guys saying? Jerry Cobbold says, no way it would sell out. It didn't in 2017. It dropped from 19K to under 2K. And it didn't last year. It fell to 3.5. What are you guys saying? Please, Binance long short ratio. It's very concrete information. Yeah, let's see if I can find that. Longs, bybit longs versus shorts. Yeah, I actually might be able to pull that up. Hold on, let's see. I'm glad you brought that up because this is actually extremely helpful information. So right here, bybit, not the leverage trading exchange, but just bybit, is great for understanding the state of the market. If you want to know if the market's bullish or bearish at any given point, go to bybit and look at the long to short ratio. You'll actually see if there's more longs or shorts in the market at any given time. So right now, the market's pretty indecisive. It's kind of 50-50 here. So with Bitcoin, 48% of the market is long, 51% is short. So it's pretty evenly split. And we can even break it down per exchanges here. We're seeing some of the large exchanges are kind of leaning a bit more bearish. Binance is leaning bearish. Phoenix leaning real bearish, OKX leaning bearish, bybit's leaning bearish. So yeah, no, look, the market's telling us right now that the market's saying, regardless of what we think, the market is leaning bearish. There are more shorts than there are longs, but again, it's pretty evenly split. So once we start to see, a bit more longs take over, that could be a sign that hey, maybe we're ready to see a shift in kind of the state of buying pressure. So anything that's something to look out for here. Daniel D says the market is totally manipulated right now. I agree. Again, I agree. Look, folks, like if you're in some solid coins, willing to hold things for the long term, not financial advice, I could be shaken out. My approach is anything I'm buying in now, I'm willing to hold for long term. So, folks, here's the thing. Look, I've been going on for over 2 hours now. I think I might start to wrap it up here soon. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this live stream with us, supporting us in any way you do. We hit our peak, the most people we've ever had on a live stream. I think we've got over 800 people. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Daniel D says, sold everything. Fuck this market. Look, man, I can't tell you what to do. You know what's best for yourself. But I think crypto's here to stay. I think these projects with solid fundamentals are here to stay. So I'm here to stay as well. And folks, look, people make money in the bull market, but bear markets is where true wealth and the most money is made. Yeah, you can ride a wave in a bull market, but the bear market, folks, stick around. Let's assume worst case scenario. Let's assume we're in a bear market. The bear market is where the most amount of money will be made. The people who bought Bitcoin at $3,300 and held it for years are the people who don't give a shit about this correction right now because they bought it at $3,300. Folks, stick around in crypto. Stick around with this channel because bull market or bear market, we're here to stay. Crypto's here to stay. And the bear market is where the most amount of money will be made. So make sure you stay tuned. Folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. If you want to become a VIP Discord member, you get access through our Patreon. Again, folks, if you've been sitting on the fence, I highly recommend you get in before we make some changes. So we're bringing some changes to our VIP Discord group in the near future. Oh, shit. Yeah, you scared the shit out of me.
Hold up. What's going on here, man? Is this guy still talking? Oh, my goodness.
2 hours and 12 minutes in.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I've been listening to the whole time. Guys, man. This guy's killing it, man. Make sure you like the video. 586 likes, 600 people watching. And this is crazy, man. I love it. Can I share one thing quick?
Please, yeah.
While we've been talking, a couple of news actually came out, man. There's some rumors out there that I don't know if you guys want to know what's going on or no, but there's some news out there, man, about I think some significant things we need to.
Well, spill the beans. Don't keep people waiting. People,
look, man, I know you're wrapping it up, so we'll share it pretty quick. But this came out almost, half an hour ago, and there's a couple thing with this recent dip. Also, how another Chinese power outage may have led the Bitcoin's flash crash this week. We all know the price action doesn't really make that much sense. We are overbought. Bitcoin's been dropping, but some news out there is coming out. I think, what do we have here? I literally just started reading this about earlier. Accident in Chinese coal mine. Sure, plummeted 30% a span of a day. No problem. But something came out with the Chinese, I think, so the sheer size of Chinese mining facilities, implication of their shutdown can be also seen through the total miner revenue, according to on-chain analytics signed Glassnode. Total miners, I love how it just jumped on the stream like it's nothing. Just started.
He scared the shit out of me.
But so basically, yeah, these guys they dropped from 1.3 billion revenue in terms of miners, as low as 692 million, constituting a nearly 50% crash. But since also Bitcoin's hash rate has been also dropping, it's also, they're discussing this was precisely because Bitcoin suffered a flash crash down to 37 this week. Elon Musk, obviously this and that, but the Sichuan state grid didn't provide any timeline as to when the current power limitations. So they came up with some sort of a thing here that in this region, this county where a lot of those mines are at, they gave them some sort of, hey, we're going to have to limit our power usage because we're surging a lot. And they're saying a report from the China Times stated that Bitcoin miners may go online after May 25th. So yeah, man, Considering that Bitcoin failed to retest its highs following the first power outage in China, it's hard to imagine that its price will recover anytime soon. This is something that's just coming up right now, and that's what we said, guys, recently. We gotta be a bit patient. A bunch of, we know for a fact that this major drop that happened here was because Bitcoin's hash rate literally dropped. Also, the fact that it's a bearish pattern overall, but we know that just miners, almost a huge portion of the Bitcoin blockchain is powered by those miners situated in China, and now there's a bunch of crackdowns coming up. And we have the same thing here. China announced it's planning to crack down on Bitcoin mining. That's definitely going to affect the hash rate. And we know the hash rate, Bitcoin, makes it even more harder for Bitcoin to be mined overall, and that also adds to the drop, basically. So something to keep in mind. Look, man, we gotta diversify this. We can't have a bunch of miners just all in one place. So just like Michael Saylor said here, if we go down a bit, saying crackdown on miners in China would radically reduce the carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining, because a lot is saying that it's also coal based, which is not energy friendly, I guess, to the environment, and it's also going to help with adoption, a lot more carbon footprint going down, but increasing also the profitability of all the remaining Bitcoin miners, because it's going to attract the smaller miner. And also, if it's also here on the west side, we know that we'll be using a lot more renewable energy, but it's also going to reduce the nagging China's FUD and support progress towards the ESG goals and drive up the value of BTC. So something to keep in mind, guys. This came out recently here. It looks like some of the news is also associated with miners actually having they're limited in terms of power. So that caused that main crash that happened here, and could be just something to keep in mind and be careful of. So yeah, man,
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna go to bed, bro.
yeah, no, we'll wrap up here soon. But I'm actually glad you brought this up, man. Hash rate, this is something very significant. I don't know if we're still on my screen or not, but on my end here, I have the mean hash rate for Bitcoin pulled up from Glassnode. So hash rate is actually pretty historically correlated with price action. If you kind of zoom into like the super near term here, we can see that right here, this drop in hash rate was exactly when those power outages in China first started, which was the beginning of the downtrend and the beginning of the sell-off for Bitcoin. So hash rate is pretty, especially recently, highly correlated with price action. We can see as soon as hash rate started to pick up, price started to pick up. As soon as it went back down, price went back down. So again, you'll see a lot of crypto YouTubers talking about feelings and intuitions. No. There's some tangible things that we can look out for. Hash rate. If and when we see hash rate start to pick up, that's our cue that Bitcoin might be ready to start picking up as well. So definitely following hash rate is something very important. And again, anytime anything significant happens, we're going to be talking about it on this channel. So make sure you stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So, oh man, look, we got a super chat here. We can't go without answering a super chat. So the Crypto Badger with the $5 super chat, again, thank you for the support, says, I was overinvested, took my gains and got out, sitting on 147,000, waiting to see what happens. Got out at 58,000 Bitcoin per history. Bull isn't over. Yeah, I think so. Do you have anything to add there, man?
No, Crypto Badger. I see his name a lot, or her name a lot, depending. I don't wanna, But thank you for the $5 donation. Good for you, getting out $58,000 Bitcoin. And per history, bull isn't over. I think right now we're facing a couple of things that we need to get out of the way, and it's good, man. It's good. It's one of those things where you're in a bad relationship, and you gotta talk things out, you gotta let things out, and you gotta communicate things, and you gotta get all the bad things out of the way. This is where Bitcoin is at. So, but the crypto market and all, it's definitely whatever's going on with Bitcoin is halting the markets, halting DeFi. We know DeFi is the next thing, NFTs are the next thing, and at one point, hopefully, we don't have to be married to Bitcoin that much, and we don't have to be, we can be divorced from Bitcoin's price action overall, and it dictating the whole crypto market, man. So I'm waiting for those 2.some trillion to trickle back to these altcoins, man. Just forget about Bitcoin for a bit. let's just forget about it for a bit and just like follow this innovation that this whole crypto market is all about. Technology will help the market, will help the future, and it's definitely the future. That's what we believe in. So yeah, man, that's where I stand.
Yeah, and look, while it would be nice if all coins diverge from Bitcoin for now, Bitcoin is the market. And look, Badger man or person, again, it's 2021. I gotta walk on eggshells.
Cancel
Um,
him.
yeah, no. If you're trying to time when it's time to get back in the market, again, one of the major factors, if you didn't hear this when I mentioned this, that I'm looking out for is bullish divergence. Excuse me, forgive me, been going on for 2 hours here. Bullish divergence above this trend line on the daily RSI for Bitcoin, as we've been respecting this all throughout our downtrend. In fact, all throughout this year's parabolic growth, we're constantly making lower highs on the RSI, respecting this trend line. So, if and when we get bullish divergence above this trend line, I think that is exactly when Bitcoin not only recovers but shoots up. So, over the next couple of days, weeks, I fully expect something like this to happen. Just move more narrow and tighter in this range until we break out bullishly. And once we do break out bullishly, that's our cue that Bitcoin is ready to recover.
Definitely. Can I just say one thing?
Please.
Where's he at? Karaoke Universe. He's been talking about the monthly RSI, right? And
yeah, people keep mentioning that. We took a look. There's nothing crazy. There's nothing like interesting.
Man, it's nice to look at the monthly RSI. No problem. We'll take a look at the monthly RSI. It's definitely, I don't know what you want to see or say about this, but sure. It's really went all the way down. I'll tell you that much. You have 9 days for the monthly RSI to go, but we are heading in the bearish zone. I don't know if that means that the bull run is over. We were having the monthly RSI here somewhere, start picking up that data. Went all the way here, took us to the 64, a bit more leaning towards the bullish side. Then we start dropping again, found the higher, low in terms of the RSI, that's for sure. I'm going to take the line, but you'll see it's a bit higher over on this side. Where's Bitcoin going to lie? You need to see maybe the weekly. I think the weekly will give a good idea. You can clearly see a higher low between these two, between 2017 peak and 2019 peak. Right now, we're looking at this right here, at this peak. So, is Bitcoin going to make a higher low? Could be. Are we just going to break below? I know for a fact that we're going to find some support there. Just, just looking at it. Not 100%, but just saying. So, looking at the monthly, I don't know what we're trying to say. It is going towards the neutral sometime soon. It's been really down ticking. So, yeah, man, I would say take a look at the weekly. It will give you more visibility than the monthly. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, that's that. And again, Crypto Badger with the $5 donation. Again, thank you for the support. Really appreciate that. Says I was stressed out about it. That's never good. I believe in crypto 100%, but I had to take a step back. I'm sleeping much better. Yeah, man, look, do what's best for your sanity. Like at the end of the day, if you're sleeping better and having some money out of the market, then hey, that's a win, right? And again, one approach right now is maybe again, I'm not telling you what to do, but taking out your initial investment, right? Like if you're still in profit on some stuff, maybe take 10%, 20%, a third of your portfolio, move it into stable coins. Maybe if that gives you, a bit more, it helps you sleep at night, then hey, maybe that's not the worst idea. So again, things are kind of up in the air. There's some reasons to think we're still in a bull market. There's some reasons to think we might be entering a bear market. So if you're trying to kind of find some way to practice risk management, again, taking out your initial investment, moving some portion of your portfolio into stable coins, maybe is not the worst idea. Because while I do still believe in crypto over long term, short term looks very precarious.
Let them know, man. Let them know. We're seeing couple comments here every time you sell. Blah, blah, blah. Is your friend Russian? Sounds Russian.
No, you're French. He's French and Russian.
I got Italian. I got French. I got Russian.
Russian, yeah.
No, sounds like a gangster. You know what it is. Crypto journeyman. But then again, man, we're good to go, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. Brendan held it down for a minute here. You got anything else to say, man?
No, I'll just add on top saying, hey, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Check out our Discord group. Check out our VIP Discord group. For the love of God, go download Atani right now. Go download Atani. There's a link down in the description below. Go click on it. Go download it. Make your life easier. Whether you like it or not, I want to help make your life easier. So go check that out. And stay tuned for next live stream. Because look, again, folks, anytime anything interesting happens with Bitcoin and crypto, we're going to be talking about it. Bull market or bear market, we're here to stay and we're here to make money. So stay tuned, folks.
Thank you so much, guys. Download a ton, man. There could be a surge on Coinbase and Bitcoin again, you know, quote unquote, surge and the servers are down, quote unquote. So API service on Atani will definitely help out. It was running 100%. So you don't have to really deal with the user interface on Coinbase and Binance. So you'll get a better, better order in, and definitely get filled out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. 609 likes, man, 100%, all the donations. We love you guys. This is fun. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow and have a great night.
Take care, folks.